Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language episode 713.
The sexiest podcast in the network. I'm sticking with it. Going old
All
school,
right.
Brian. Old
All
school.
right. All right. That's fair. I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
Oh, yeah. Man, I am freaking tired.
Bro, me too.
Yeah, you have a much better reason than I do. I mean, I just stayed up real late and then didn't sleep for very long.
Bro, me too.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Yeah, I was supposed to have therapy today, so I woke up at like 11. Look at my phone. There's a message from the doctor's office, and I'm like, oh boy, better listen to that. Sure enough, it was my therapist. Her car broke down. So she was like, she goes, well, we can do a telephone, visit today, or I can reschedule. And with my issues with, I'm going to use agoraphobia because it's the easiest way of describing it.
Yeah.
Um, with that, I try to get out of the house when I can. Right. Otherwise, everything in my head says stay home.
Right.
So if I start doing therapy appointments via the phone, it becomes comfortable. And now next thing you know, I'm not, it's another reason I'm not leaving the
Is
house.
that a home away from home? The therapy
Yes,
office?
it is.
Ah,
It is.
yeah.
It's a safe place.
Safe place.
But so I was like, well, let's just reschedule. Plus, I'm thinking, I'm tired. I was like, this way I can tell my brother he doesn't have to come get me and blah blah blah. And sure as shit, he's like, I'm still gonna come over and blah blah blah. I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
I was like, all
bro,
right.
like seriously, I just wanted a nap.
Like, but I'm so tired. I'm tired, boss.
Yeah, I'm tired, boss. Exactly.
Uh, so yeah, I've yet to catch a nap, which I probably won't. I'll do this, I'll post it, I'll probably do some other shit, and I'll just go to bed early tonight. But
That's my version of naps anymore. It's just going to bed.
well, that's my thing too. Is you know me, like I've never really been a person that's a napper.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a lay down for half an hour kind of. Like if I lay down, it's usually like 3 hours. So I don't even generally call them naps because it's sleep.
Yeah.
Like
oh, I can nap like a fucking jaguar. I'll just like lay down on something. I'll be out for 20 minutes.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You have your dad in you.
Yeah,
I remember
exactly.
your dad used to do that. Like, George, will you take us to get some video games? Now let me take a nap for about it.
Yep.
Like, and we knew, don't you dare wake him up from the nap.
Nope.
Don't wake him up a minute early. If he says 30 minutes, you better give him 31 just to make sure.
Oh yes. Dude, I may have told this.
Otherwise, we're not going.
I may have told this story on a podcast before. I don't remember. But when him and I were living together, eons ago.
Yeah, when you were an adult, you mean?
Yeah, we were watching
adult-ish.
I think we were watching Jaws or Tremors. It was some spooky movie.
Right.
And, George did George and just passed out on the couch, right?
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, whatever. I'm in the easy chair. And then, old TVs, when you turn the volume up, it'd say volume in bright green.
Yeah.
And then, and I just see that like volume pop up and the bar just it starts cruising across the fucking screen, like a life bar.
Right.
And like I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over and my dad, his eyes snap open, and it looked like two portals to hell. He was so angry.
Yeah.
And then he realized that he had the remote.
Yeah. And he was pushing on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we just laughed about it.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm the asshole here.
Yeah. Oh, well, dude, the look on it, he was so angry.
Well, I imagine. Can you imagine, somebody doing that? Could you be like, are you doing this to wake me up or just being an asshole or,
Exactly.
Because, I mean, that is something, we might do to one another, but
his dumb ass is sleep pressing buttons.
Yeah. He's got his elbow on it. I remember Jim did that one time, like in the living room, because my mom and I were talking, and all of a sudden, whatever was on TV just got so loud, and we're like, "What the?" And then Jim's just like, "What the hell?" And it's like, oh, his like elbow or leg or something got on the remote and was just mashing it.
Oh, I thought it was just an ad that's 8 times louder than every other ad for some
No,
reason.
no, it wasn't that.
My favorite, really. My favorite.
Mine too. I mean, I think everybody loves those.
Oh, big fan. Big fan.
No? No. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the same gimmick because we stayed up late. We were playing some Diablo last night.
Yeah.
And, we finally got the microwave mounted.
Oh, yeah.
So to celebrate, we bought microwave popcorn, right?
Well, sure. Yeah, right.
Of course, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
I mean, I
gosh,
don't because, I use an air popper, but
I mean, yeah, whatever. I use
fucking
nuclear
rock.
science, so
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
That's fine. Yep.
So we're celebrating with our popcorn, right?
Yeah.
But this is after we already broke playing Diablo, did some chore in. We both
Yeah.
still have to take showers. And Michelle's like, well, we have to still eat popcorn and play more Diablo. I'm like, you're right, we do. We got
That's
time.
fair.
It's like
Yep.
9:15. We got time.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
S-
Tony's time blindness kicks in. Now
Yes.
it's midnight.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, fast forward because we keep getting Diane Higgy says hi. It says audio is low, guys. Audio is low.
Really? On my end, it's high.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty high on my end too. I mean, I guess maybe turn up the volume a wee bit. I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
I think I've got the input stuff set at like 90%,
Yeah.
100%.
Just in case I bumped it up a little bit. But hopefully
Yeah.
she chimes in and lets us know how we're doing.
Yeah. I appreciate anybody letting us know though, because
Absolutely. Yeah, if I need to
you
kick
never
up the
know.
jams, just let me know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so yeah, it's like suddenly it's after 11, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
And
too old for that, man. You can't
I
do that.
am. I am. And then I go outside with the dog. Michelle takes a shower. I just watch storms roll in. It was pretty great, actually.
Yeah.
And then I take my shower. Now it's after midnight.
Yeah. And you're gonna let it all hang out.
I did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's what the song says you're supposed to do, so
Exactly. And I always
makes
listen to the
sense.
lyrics, which I got something about lyrics later, but we'll get into that.
Fair enough.
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I am fucking exhausted, my guy.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
Especially for you, because like, I listen, I'm getting to the point that I can't pull this shit like I used to. You remember I used to sleep for like an hour
Yeah.
and I'm like, whatever, I'll just stay up all night. And it's a lot harder now. It's getting tougher. Age is for sure catching me on that.
I've
But
always needed my beauty sleep.
yeah, I can still push through it, but I definitely, I can feel it right now. Like I'm powering down a little bit from
Yeah.
earlier, so
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Samesies.
getting too old for this shit,
I know, right? That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, man, I am
Mhm.
busted tonight. It's all right. It's
Yeah.
Monday. It's Garfield's day or whatever. We're gonna get through this.
He hates Mondays.
So
Yeah.
do I, dude. I was quoting Garfield today because I was like, man, Monday fucking sucks.
Oh, I thought you were calling everyone like John and mailing people to like Abu Dhabi and stuff like that.
Eating excessive amounts of lasagna.
As you do.
As you
Yeah.
do. As you do.
Yep. Yep. Oh, man, I could go for some lasagna. I haven't had lasagna in a long time.
I know. Same.
I don't what's sad about it is I don't bother making it. I just buy like a frozen one.
But I mean,
Like the old Stouffer's.
but the making it's so good.
I just don't want to bother.
But it's so good, Brian.
Honestly, what I'd rather do is like just go over to Sofo's and buy one, you know.
That's a good choice because their
Unf
lasagna is pretty legit.
Unfortunately, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not close to me, so I have to procure a ride.
I mean, that's hop an Uber over to Sofo's, be like, leave the car
Yeah,
running.
yeah. Just run in and run out with a lasagna, be like, "Go, go,
Oh,
go!"
and
Like,
cannolis, because don't forget the cannolis.
listen, dude, if
Leave the
that's the
gun,
problem for
take the
me.
cannolis.
If I go in there, it's
Yeah.
like I wanna come out with like a lasagna, cannolis, I wanna get a couple of, strombolis,
Fucking paper
you
grocery
know?
bag with a baguette coming out of it, and like celery
Yeah,
for some
couple
reason.
sandwiches from the deli
Oh,
there,
the
you know?
deli, madra, mamma
Pizza
mia.
fixins,
Oh,
like I wanna go spend like $100 just on that
I know.
stuff. I
I
mean,
want to
I
have
kinda
like
want
I want to
to,
go there and have like an olive flight at their olive bar. I should ask. You guys do flights?
Yeah,
What?
like, yeah, fly the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh. What would be funny is if you're like and they're like, "Yeah, absolutely," and they just line up like, like a board with like, little glasses on it or something like that, like they're,
I mean,
for
as
shots.
normalized as doing a flight is these days,
That's yeah.
why wouldn't you?
I If I had an olive bar in my establishment, why wouldn't you
Yeah,
do an olive flight, you know?
100%.
Let people try different ones.
Yes, now we're
'Cause,
talking.
like, off the rip, olives are different. They have different consistencies, different flavor profiles,
Right, right.
So,
I agree.
if you're gonna call it an olive bar, let me
Call,
sample them a little bit.
Looks like our friend Diane here left. I was hoping to learn about the
Oh,
audio.
yeah, yeah. Oh, well, on the upside, it sucks for the YouTube. Let's on the other side, I usually like elevate the audio before I post it, the podcast part. So, but I don't know why it would be coming in low. That's weird.
I am asking my producer upstairs if she can check the live feed audio.
Yeah, that would be nice. That way we have live back.
I'm interrupting her very precious Minecraft time, I believe.
How dare you, sir?
We
Oh,
start.
yeah, I didn't know she
Brian,
played Minecraft.
well, I started playing again, and then we started playing again
Ah, okay.
because it's such a relaxing game,
Yeah.
you know.
By the
And
way, I think
yes,
with Diablo, I think we can co-op that. Like,
yes,
I think I can co-op with y'all couch co-op.
yes, you can. I'm gonna make a clan, and I'm gonna force you to join it.
Okay. I was gonna say, not that I'm trying, like if y'all want to do it yourselves, that's fine. I'm not trying to force
No,
my
of
way
course, no,
into
no,
that
no.
situation.
We
But
all
also,
we
it's
all have the game, and it would be fun.
right, and it's cool to play with a group.
Yeah,
Like remember I told you, I said it's one of the things I missed about playing it by myself is it's like,
groups are
just playing
fun.
by yourself kind of stinks.
Oh, I'm getting an update, Brian. I see the 3 dots of typing. She said,
Oh boy.
"Sounds good."
Okay.
All right.
She didn't check.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. It's just like, yeah, whatever.
She didn't even
Wait
look
a
see
few
who it was
minutes.
from.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Like at the video store. Hey, do you guys have fill in the blank hot movie? Let me check. Nope.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what's due?
Fresh out.
Shit.
Yeah. We got a bunch coming in tonight because if it's brand new, that's accurate,
that's
unless
true
it's
too.
Tuesday. Yeah. As long as it's not the day it comes out, that's accurate. We got a bunch scheduled to come back tonight.
Oh, okay. Can you hold
Yeah.
one click?
Nope.
Oh God.
Like, ooh, I'd love to, but I got 95 people in here already up my ass for one.
Yeah, exactly right.
Jesus.
Jesus
Yep.
Christ. So, Brian,
Jesus.
how's it been since I haven't, the last 2 days I haven't seen you?
Yeah, it's been quite a while since
Yes,
we saw each other and
quite.
snuggled a bit.
Yes,
Yeah,
quite.
quite. Not too bad. Yesterday, honestly, I just did basically nothing.
It's a
I
good day.
just really was just like, I just don't want to do anything, and I need to, but I just got to give myself some space sometimes. It's just
I mean, that's fair.
I'm still feeling super overwhelmed with stuff, so it's you know, especially and then after Saturday, we went to my storage and brought a bunch of stuff here. So now the house it was already pretty full and now it's even more full. So I'm also getting a little cramped.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm going to need to move some stuff around so I have better sight lines because some of the rooms, like when you're walking, it's like this is too high. I feel like I'm trapped.
Hey, am I gonna have to like go in there and like dungeon raid, rescue you,
That'd be pretty cool. No, yeah,
fight off like lions and swing on vines and shit?
yep. I'll set up some treasure chests around the house for you.
Oh hell yeah! Now we're talking.
Some may be mimics, but
Well, I expect this.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also there may be gelatinous cubes you'll have to watch out for, but
Nice.
which I feel is fair.
You ever have a little gelatinous cube and peanut butter sandwich? Delicious.
Delicious. Yeah.
Delish.
I assume that's Ice Cube's like cousin or something. Gelatinous Cube. He's like the fat one in the family.
Yes. Yeah. If Ice Cube ever made a Eddie Murphy style family movie where Cube
Oh yes.
plays everybody. So you have Ice Cube, you have Gelatinous Cube, the Cube family.
Yeah.
The smart one's Rubik's Cube, obviously.
Right.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Yo, Rubik's.
Can we have a Cubert, but it's not spelled with the letter Q? It's Q-U or C-U-B-E, like Cubert.
Yeah. So we could definitely do Cube.
He's kind of a nerd, but he's also looks very much like the video game character.
100%. I feel like there needs to be one character that is not a cube either, and they're just like married into the family.
Oh my god, there needs to be one that's it can't be a rectangle. What's shit. What's the 3D for a rectangle?
Fucking box. I don't know.
Well, you know what I mean? Like a cube is a 3D
cube or square.
Square, yeah. I mean, it is a 3D cube, but yeah. Why can't I think? Oh my god, my brain is just shit right now.
Um,
All right.
yeah, I'm just gonna stick with my original box.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Cuboid. That's what it is.
Oh,
So we cuboid. Cuboid would be a really okay. Hold on. Something here says it's interesting because Copilot says cuboid is the 3D equivalent of a rectangle, but right underneath it from the mathematics stack exchange it says cuboid, not the correct name for a 3D shape.
well, I mean, Copilot fucked up my weekend with some faulty internet too. Well, didn't fuck it up. It was still
Yeah,
wonderful, but
I think
definitely gave me
cuboid is
some wrong information.
right.
If that's the
It'll
Skynet we're
happen.
dealing with, I'm okay with it so far.
I mean, it's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, really quick. Blah 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 blah. I gotta look at
Oh,
nerd shit now. So
Brian's running AI. That's his nuclear reactor lighting up.
it is. You are
Jesus
correct.
Christ,
Yeah.
dude. Brian, get off the train tracks. Get off the train
Nope.
tracks.
Nope. I will not. Interesting. All right, I'm not actually reading this. I'm just sort of scrolling. So anyway, we'll call it cuboid for the sake of our podcast. We're not going to get into full maths
Yeah, like
here,
what are we
but
doing here?
we'll just use cube. I mean, I needed to know. Damn it!
I understand. Well, I like
You know how it is.
cuboid sounds fun anyway.
It does,
Yeah.
and it also fits. It also fits the gimmick here.
Oh boy, does it!
If we're doing ice cube things, cuboid is another because he's like it's cube CUBE and the BOYD cuboid.
I feel like cuboid should be like the helper robot.
Oh, that actually would work too. We
You know
could
what
go
I'm
a
saying?
different way. Instead of BOYD, it'd be BOID then.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I can get behind this.
It just sounds very robotic to me.
It does. You're right. Or like Android like. He's like their version of Jarvis or Vision or something like that.
Oh, let's go with Data. Data's so cool.
I mean, I guess.
You remember an episode where Data got laid?
That was every oh wait, I was thinking Riker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he comes out of the turbo lift. He's all like,
Yeah.
oh,
Dude, some of my favorite things were times when Data got the like the different when he felt human things.
oh yeah.
You know, God, I can't. Brent Spiner did such a good job of emoting. You know, in such an over the top. Actually, you know what it reminds me of now is if somebody hasn't seen that, but they've seen Resident Alien, it's very much how Alan Tudyk plays when he's trying to be I'm actually a human, not an alien kind of stuff.
Jackie
Sort of
Daytona, human
Yeah.
bartender.
Yeah, it's like it's so over the top,
Mm.
but it's also like, oh, think about if this was like the first time you experienced
Human.
blank, you know, humanity.
Yeah, that's why I really enjoyed Resident Alien.
Yeah.
Because Alan's such a interesting cat, you know?
Yeah. Oh, he's great in that role too. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure.
Dang light trying to burn out my retinas again.
There
it is. That's what I was looking for.
I started a new musical journey. I think I told you about it when you came over.
What about Journey? Don't Stop Believing.
I mean, it's probably on the list. I'm starting to listen to Rolling Stone's top 500 albums of all time. Starting at 500.
Of course, you don't want to start at the top.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm only doing it when I'm walking the dog. That's my rules.
Okay.
Right?
So it's going to take a little while to get through.
It's going to take a little while. And like Michelle was like, well, maybe you could do like something in the podcast for it. It's like, it's too much work. But I will talk about it here or there.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like if you were gonna do it, it needs to be something where you do like a quick TikTok kind of situation.
Yeah, and honestly, I could do it as like, okay, I just listened to this, because I'm almost done
like
with the number 500 album, and I am not a fan.
Like just just be like 5-second review, basic or 10-second review, something like that, and that's it. You're just like, here's my reaction video to this,
because
and move on.
Because I have all the albums in a fucking spreadsheet.
Trapper Keeper. Oh yeah.
So I'm going to 5-star them too.
Okay.
You know.
Yep.
But dude, are you an Arcade Fire fan?
There's some stuff that I'm okay with.
Well,
I couldn't tell you, like, if you said right now, name an Arcade Fire song, I could not do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Some of the channel or stations I've listened to on Spotify, they're on mixes on there, and usually I don't mind whatever comes up. I'm not like in love with it, but you know, I'm like, it's fine.
Okay, so that's about my feeling on this album so far. There's been like 2 songs in the album that
Right.
I'm like, this is all right. But for the most part, it's just been dreadful for my ears. So
Right.
this 500 albums, I've learning this on album 500 is going to be a character builder sometimes.
I know. I told you. Remember, when you told me the other day about this, I was like, "It's going to be a slog." And
Yeah.
I didn't just mean because it's 500 albums. I meant because you know you're going to not like some of these
Yeah,
albums,
like right off the
or
rip, I'm like, I don't like this band. I don't like their style.
yeah,
Yeah.
the more fun ones will be when you have to listen to something you never either A heard of or B were like, "This is trash," and then you listen to it and you're kind of like,
Yeah, yeah, and I'm actually kind of excited for moments like that.
It's like,
You
yeah,
know,
it's like, you know, I know you're going to be a Swiftie by the end of this, so.
well, I
Because
Apple
you know
has
there's gotta be at least one Taylor Swift album on there
of
probably.
course.
Yeah.
But Apple's got much like Spotify, they've got a Discover and whatever, they change it
Mhm.
up. And I was
Yeah.
listening to it one time, and because at some point, we were playing the board game Puerto Rico, and I just started playing
Okay.
Puerto Rican music just
Oh,
for
okay.
ambiance while we're playing this board game, right?
Sure, naturally.
And just random like South American song came up, and it was a fucking jam, dude. It was so good. I'm like, and that was kind of like, oh, I really like this Apple Discover because they play shit that I don't normally listen to.
Right.
You know,
Okay, really quick
yes, sir.
here. Do you know the name of the album? The
Art,
Arcade Fire
it's
album?
Funeral.
Funeral. Okay.
I
Because I
mean,
figure what I'm gonna do is if you talk about what you've listened to when we do the podcast,
yeah.
I'm gonna put them in the description.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can. It's in my Apple Notes. I can share the note with you of all the albums. You can see the reviews
Oh,
and
okay.
shit.
Okay.
Hell, I'll even give you a column if you want to listen to them as well
Okay.
to
Because I was
review.
gonna say people could like listen with ahead with us.
That's
And then if
true.
they want to send in any
Well, I
comments,
mean,
not that I think they will,
I
but
don't know how how soon I'm gonna plow through them because like tonight,
no, I
obviously,
know.
I'm not taking her on a walk, so I'm not
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
I'm only listening on
That's fine.
dog walks, Brian.
I understand.
Yeah.
That's when I'll listen too.
Perfect. Wait a minute.
Well, you don't know. You don't, maybe I take a random dog on a walk. You don't know.
That's
Maybe I
true.
work for whatever that app is called. Can't remember what it's called. There's like a dog walking
Yeah.
app
What is
where
that
you
app
can have
called?
strangers come in your house and take your dog.
Yeah, they lost Ember for a brief time when we went on vacation.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
I don't.
I know there's more than one, but
Yeah.
there's been a few of them. Jen I think Jen used to babysit dogs or dog sit, whatever you call it.
It is.
There's one, it
Herd.
was called like Rover or
Oh, that's
something
it.
like that, I
Rover. That's
think
it.
was one.
It's Rover.
Rover,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the one time when we went to Mexico, we got Rover, and it was some lady that Michelle had used before to watch her pets.
Right.
So like she'd already been there, house sat, and all that jazz. But
Right.
Ember, the queen of nonsense, escaped, and
Yeah.
yeah, it turned into a whole situation. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Thank
Except
God
for
we
the
got
good time.
so thank God we got the cat back, laden with ticks, but still got her back.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do you expect though?
Yeah, that's true.
It was weird though, because oddly enough, you had as many ticks as she did.
Well, we both go crushing through the brush, under the
It's true.
pale moonlight. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, who gets bitten by a tick in these days? I mean, come on.
Fucking everybody, they're on the rise.
No, I know. I'm screwing around because
Oh, I know.
Cheeto did
I know.
recently. Yeah.
I saw a news article today that was like due to global warming, which is apparently weather manipulation.
Fake news, dude.
But due to global warming, our populations are exploding, which is great.
Yeah.
It's great
Yeah.
for everybody.
See, the best way to deal with that situation is to be like me and just don't go into heavily wooded areas.
But
Just stay home.
I like heavily wooded areas.
The odds of me getting bit by a tick are pretty much, I mean, slightly higher than me getting attacked by a shark.
Yes.
Like I said, I learned all I needed to know about the water from Jaws years ago. Stay out of the water.
I mean,
Done.
you very well, as far as I know, might have a shark tank somewhere in your stash over there, your dungeon stash.
I mean, I might.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my business, though.
I assume that's I swing the vine over to Shark Tank like Pitfall.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Hell yeah.
Naturally.
Hell yeah. Just saying.
Why do my eyelashes decide during the podcast that, hey, we should start falling out right now?
They're nervous
It's
being
pretty
on
awesome.
camera.
Maybe.
I don't know.
They got all excited from you talking about Arcade Fire.
Oh, dude, it's been rough.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Maybe
lie.
I'll do that. Maybe I'll join you on this because
I'll share it with you.
So yeah, fire me that. I mean, it's not like I probably couldn't find the list myself, but still.
But I did the work of doing some copy pasta because it's in spreadsheet type format.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even more convenient, I guess. Then okay.
Yes,
I'll allow it.
Quite.
Because I've been listening to like on Spotify. I keep jumping into different playlists on there.
Yeah.
But it's like if I don't pick a band and make a playlist off of that, it's like I appreciate that they're like the one was like 90s music, right? And it's like Alice in Chains, Nirvana, blah blah blah, Soundgarden, down the line, right?
Right.
But what I've noticed is it's basically the same bands. They just give you a different song from them each time.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
And it's like, this is okay, but also give me some deep cuts. Give me some other stuff that I wouldn't, like some bands maybe I've never heard of, like Dinosaur Pickup. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
I hadn't either. And every time they come on, I'm like, I kind of like these guys. So, it's like, give me more of that shit. Give me some of the bands that like, the hipsters or not the hipsters, but the I'm too cool for everything people were listening to in the 90s while we were all listening to Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and Alice and, all the popular bands.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me the grunge bands that no one knows about, you know?
Like Ted and the Grungies.
Yes, the Grungies. Yeah. It just sounds like it's some guy named Ted with like a Muppet grunge band behind him.
Yes, that'd be sick.
Listen, I would go see.
I would also go see.
I mean, do we need Ted to be a human or should Ted also be a Muppet-like character?
I
feel like Ted should be a human.
I think it's funnier if he's a human.
Yeah. He's the singer, right?
He's got to be.
Okay. And then the other ones are just thrashing around in the background.
Or even funnier, he's just the drummer. Everyone else is Muppets.
Yeah.
He doesn't sing, he just drums.
Just drums. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
I like it.
Yeah. So so far my first step into this list has not been grand.
Not liking it. Huh? Oh, you know what we need to do? Okay, so if we're going to do this, we got to do what we normally do on shit when we do lists for like Patreon and stuff, which can be found at patreon.com/saltylanguage.
Yeah.
Is we need to do an over-under. Like, how many albums do you think you'll like versus dislike?
That's interesting.
It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm going to go, I think I'm going to like more than I will dislike because I do like just music in general.
Yeah. I feel like my biggest problem is going to be various pop music, but I'm also the type, like, listen, if it's a bop, it's a bop. You know what I mean? Like when we talked to John O'Deener forever ago on the Enthusiast episode with him, when he talked about No Guilty Pleasures, Yeah. And I was like, first of all, No Guilty Pleasures be a great band name.
Absolutely.
But
probably is.
Ever since we talked to him, I really have shifted my thinking on that. That it's like he makes a great point on that. That it's like if you enjoy it, you should just enjoy it, and to hell with anything else, right?
Yeah.
So I think I'm with you, but I feel like the the crotchety old man in me is going to ruin some of these things for me probably, but I feel like I'm going to like more than I dislike.
Yeah, you just going with an open mind about what it is, because who knows?
Right. So do you have a spreadsheet you're keeping track of stuff on there?
Yeah, it's very basic. It's what the basic spreadsheet you can use doing Apple Notes, which isn't amazing.
Can you put like our over under in there though?
Oh, I
That's
can.
What I was gonna
I will try. Okay. If I can't, if it doesn't allow me to, I will.
Yeah.
I will dump everything into an actual spreadsheet.
Okay, because I was going to say we should keep it that way we can visit it down the line, maybe multiple times, but at least once towards the end.
Yeah.
17 years from now when we finish.
Absolutely.
If we finish.
Oh, and don't be fooled. Like I use Apple Music currently. They have a playlist that's the top 500 albums done by Rolling Stone. I was like,
oh, really?
This is perfect. No. It's just the hits from the playlist. Fuck you. I
Oh,
want to
see,
listen to every album front to back, pillar to post. You know
listen,
what I'm
if
saying?
you tell me this is a great album, don't give me a snippet of that's
Yeah.
like telling me that, hey man, this is an amazing sandwich, and I go, can I have a bite? And you just hand me a piece of tomato.
Exactly.
It's like, well, what about the rest? Like, wow, that lettuce is shitty as can be.
Exactly.
You're telling me this is a good sandwich?
No,
Yeah.
they lied. There's fucking
Yep.
sandwich
No.
shenanigans are afoot.
I'm with you. You got to eat the whole sandwich to know.
Yep. You order it, you eat it, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, no olive flights here.
I would love an olive flight, I'm not gonna lie.
I would not, but I would try an olive flight only because I've only had
all right. Well, hold on.
I've had black and green.
Let me let me shift gears on you here.
Okay.
We've done.
Well, we got real quick. We got to do the over under number real quick, and then we can just move on.
Oh, you want an actual like how many?
Yeah,
I'm
out of
like?
500, how many do you think? What's the over under? Like, what do you think the line is? Out of 500, I'm trying to think of what percentage I think, and then go from that. Because I feel like 10% is where I'm going, but maybe 15. Because I feel like there's going to be some older stuff that maybe I don't dig.
15 of like 50% dislike. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So 10% of that would be what, 50. So half of that would be 25. So that'd be 75 albums I don't like. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go 425 to 75.
I'm going to go less. 450 I'm going to like.
Okay.
Are you writing these numbers down, Brian?
You're probably more accurate here. You said 450?
450.
And I said what, 475?
Yeah.
God, after saying that, I feel like that's too high. That's got to be too high.
350?
Nah, for me, that's got to be too high. All right, I'm going to drop mine down.
350.
No, I'm going to say 430.
Oh.
I'm going to say $1.
What? God damn it. He's that
guy. Or would you say 450? I'm going to say 451.
451.
Oh,
son of a bitch.
And it's like, God, I hope it lands on 450 on the dot. All right, so now on to
so
olives.
We've had a lot of different flights in our life.
Yeah.
What is a flight that you want that you haven't seen?
Oh, I got a quick one for you.
Lay it on me.
Pepperoni. Because I know there's
Oh.
different types of pepperoni or sausage, something to that effect.
Yeah.
Because I know there's nuance, and like I watched Triple D one night, I think it was, and he went to this like an old school Italian deli, and they had like all these different versions of ham and sausages. But I know there's a variety of pepperonis, like spice level and what's in them and thickness of how you slice them. And because obviously there's like pizza pepperoni, there's mini pepperonis, there's like sandwich pepperoni, and there's varieties in those. So pepperoni is going to be my answer. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That's a good one.
On those.
I was thinking pickles. A pickle flight would be sick.
Pickle would be good too, especially now, because I think people are really screwing around with pickles.
Oh yeah. And probably ways we don't want to know about.
Oh yeah. And in ways we already do know about.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Pornhub. No.
I'm dying over here.
Nah, you're all right.
Yeah, you're right.
So here's something. I was at Kroger today, and I didn't know these existed until today. Apparently, Cheez-It has Baconator flavored Cheez-Its.
Okay.
And I thought about getting a box for us to do the old sweet and salty language, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to. And the reason I didn't,
can I guess?
Is because,
the flavor of fake bacon is never there. Fake it.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I feel like whatever it is that they make bacon strips with is basically what they use, and the same thing for like chips and everything.
Yeah.
Every bacon chip that I have either tastes like some weird air quote bacon, or it just tastes like smoke.
So
like they just put a ton of liquid smoke in it.
Sort of bacon strips the product, or is already the product of the leave-ins? Which one is it? Are we getting the leave-ins, or the bacon strips getting the leave-ins?
I feel like we might be getting the leave-ins.
I think you're right, because bacon strips are pretty uniform.
Yeah.
You just need powder to make flavor. That's just factory sweepings. That's all that is.
Yep. Yep. Or if not, they just grind up some bacon strips and just,
No, that
throw it in the chip dust.
that fake bacon is the worst. Now, I'm not gonna
It's
lie,
gross. Yeah.
I kind of want to do um Cheez-Its with just
Mhm.
like a little shot of like soft cheese and like crispy bacon on there.
That would be
Like
fine.
that sounds amazing to me. Like
Right.
when you said
Like, if you were
Baconator Cheez-Its, my mind was blown for a
right.
second there.
Now, if you were somehow making a cheese cracker and frying it in bacon fat,
Hmm. Yes.
I'd be in, but that's not what they're doing here. And the other side of it is it's a Baconator, so it probably shouldn't just taste like bacon. It probably also should taste a little bit like a hamburger because that's what a Baconator is.
True.
So it's like that's where things start because I talked about some of those weird Pringles that I bought
Yeah.
and how much I do not want to experience those again.
So instead, the move is you get a Baconator and you just put
Yeah.
Cheez-Its on it.
That's a much better idea. Oh,
Problem
you get those ones,
solved.
the one like Taco Bell had, and you just put it right on.
Oh yeah, like right in the middle, like a Big Mac.
Oh, hell yeah. Or take the buns off and just use 2 big ass Cheez-Its for the
Oh,
buns. Put
now we're
like 2
talking.
Baconators on there.
Hell yeah.
Baconator on
All right.
Baconator on Baconator.
We're getting nutty here. We're talking about crazy
Yep.
foods. Things are getting weird. But
Yeah,
why?
that'll happen.
I know Taco Bell did the giant Cheez-It tostada. Why hasn't the
Yeah.
Cheez-Its made just like hard taco shells?
Good question, but I think there's supposed to be Cheez-It pizzas, like frozen Cheez-It pizzas coming out.
Are they on giant crackers?
Yes.
Okay, I am in for this
I
one.
I'm not gonna lie, I look because I heard that they were coming out. I don't know when they're supposed to actually be out, but I keep looking. If I see them, I'm for sure getting it
It's a,
because I'm very
I
curious.
mean, I am
Because I
a
never
Cheez-It
tried the
guy.
Cheez-It I never tried the Cheez-It, what do you call it? Crunch Wrap or whatever it was at the end, the or the tostada or whatever they did. So I never tried them.
I
I
feel
assume it just tastes like something with a Cheez-It.
I feel like I missed out because I was that was back in the days of me going, nah, I'm not cool with Taco Bell.
Yep,
Meanwhile, we had
yep,
Taco Bell for dinner tonight.
yep. See,
Yep, I
you're
ran
missing out,
I
man.
ran for the border, my guy.
Oh God, hope you don't have to run again later.
It was funny because I'm sitting in
What?
in the fucking bathroom stall at work, ordering Taco Bell to pick up later,
I like it.
and it's
I
just
like it.
like I complete my order. It's just like bong, like God damn it, forgot my sound was on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look again. I don't remember seeing them though. But it says this is from June 11th, from Taste of Home, and it said there's 3 styles. There's Italian 4 cheese, pepperoni, and cheddar jack supreme, which looks like it has gross olives on it
Okay, I guess I
and
should
some
pull.
other stuff. I can't tell what else is on it because I can't zoom in on the picture. Looks like it's a Cheez-It thin crust pizza.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
So yeah.
It looks like
I mean, dude, like this picture, this woman like flipped the bottom of it over, and it looks kind of like a big Cheez-It pizza crust. That's kind of cool.
yep, I got
Also, the next question will be: you talked about stepping up your pizza dough game. I wonder if you could just make
oh
this yourself.
I made of 100% real cheese. Oh, the keto community is gonna
Oh, they'll
smash
love it
this.
if that's true. Yeah, if
Yeah.
it's not actual.
I'm on their
Oh,
website right now.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These Cheez-It Cheddar Jack Supreme. What? I can
Oh, there we go. Now I can. Oh, dude, that's got sausage and peppers and looks like onion and olives. I wish they'd leave the olives
Oh,
off.
it
I really
says
don't like olives.
pepperoni, whole milk, mozz, yellow cheddar, and marinara. That's the ingredients.
Okay, so
Interesting.
that's pretty keto then, no?
Yeah. I'd love to
Do
see.
they have a where to buy on the website?
Let me see here,
If so, you
Brian.
should take a. Oh, never mind. I'm right here. I'm on it.
Oh,
Never mind.
well, there you go. Find
I'm
it
over
near
here.
me. Yes. I would like to find it near
Okay.
me.
According to the
Oh,
website, it
wait.
says check back frequently. It's
I,
just hitting the stores.
I don't want people to know where I live, so let me close that window real quick.
Oh, yeah. I would say let me look if you need to, because nobody can see what I'm doing. I think. Except the government. Well, it says according to this, it says Meyer and
Oh, boy,
Walt
Meyer and
Churchill's and Kroger. Now, here's the thing, it does make me wonder well,
hmm,
no, because you select what products, and I selected the pizza. So I was gonna say, I wonder
yes.
if it's just places that carry Cheez-Its. I'm gonna have to look again. I didn't see them.
Well, I would
Last time I
definitely,
looked.
I would definitely try this.
Yeah,
100%.
for sure. This is something we should do for a sweet and salty language.
Oh
We
yeah.
should get a couple of these and just
If we can get all 3 flavors, we could have a jam.
hell yeah, dude. Yeah, we can for sure give those a little tasteroo.
Goddamn right
All
we
right,
can.
I'll have a link to that in the show notes for anybody who wants to have a look at those too.
I kind of
All
want to
right.
look for a like cheese pizza crust recipe too, just out of curiosity.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, I will bet you could make maybe something similar-ish
Yes.
yourself, and you're already a man who makes pizza dough, so
Yeah. Well, kind of. I just throw ingredients in a machine,
well,
but I let
whatever.
I
Dude,
let.
take the win. Just take the win, damn
You're
it.
right. Top of the food chain. Fuck you, machine. Make that pizza.
That's right.
Exactly.
Does that machine doesn't tell you, you tell
No,
it.
well, it does. Lets you know it's done.
Shh. That's only because you tell it to tell you.
That's true. Yeah, you're right, Brian. Fuck that
Because
machine.
if you unplug it, it ain't telling you shit.
It ain't telling me nothing.
You give it life.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
I saw something weird the other day.
Oh God. Yeah.
Made me laugh when I was out driving around and whatnot.
Okay. Was it that guy we saw on the
No,
way out taking me home?
no, I looked, dude, my head was on a swivel driving home looking for that guy.
I guess we should tell the
Yeah,
story.
let's cut into that. Let's just go into that real quick.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So Tony's bringing me home the other night,
yeah.
and there's just this. I didn't see him right away. Tony did, but when I saw him, he looked like he was like mean mugging toward a car wash / the street, but he almost kind of looked like he was like trying to be intimidating by like flexing. And he looked like he was probably off his ass,
I mean, it
like
was
high drunk
5th
something.
of July weekend or whatever.
It was, yeah. Maybe he had fireworks. He was keistering or
And
something.
he had like either a hoodie or a long sleeve shirt like tied around his neck.
Yeah,
And then he had
that was
some
his
like
cape probably.
it sure looked like one. What do you have on, like a wife beater or a tank top or a
Yeah,
t-shirt or
yeah,
something?
something like that.
Because when I
Yeah,
saw
tank
him,
top of some
he was
sort.
like down low by the ground, like grabbing something, and I just see like bare arms, and I'm like, I just gave me Gollum vibes,
Yeah,
you know. And then when
you're
he's
probably not wrong. He
and
was probably trying to figure out a way to get his next precious.
this is like 11 something at night. Dude's just got
Yeah,
sunglasses on.
yeah,
Yeah, he was fucking hammered.
yeah. That's why I said he was definitely on some sort of chemical.
Yeah, that guy was strange.
Yeah,
But so I was driving just through the hood or whatever, trying to get to a
yep,
store.
yep. Bumping that NWA, I get.
I may have been. I've
I
been
mean,
known.
rolling down the street, and you're 6'4", I
Dun,
assume.
dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. Exactly. Yeah, me and Lorenzo riding in the Benzo.
Yep.
So I saw a house that had not just your normal standard issue Roto-Rooter van,
Yeah.
and like a Roto-Rooter Sprinter van,
Oh.
and it was like parked behind the other one. So the Sprinter van got there last, obviously. And the only thing
Yeah.
I could think of is like this is when like the SWAT team shows up.
Yeah.
What
Dude, this
kind
is
of
a Rooter
problem do you-
emergency.
Yeah, what kind of problem are you having? They're sending in the
Yeah.
Roto-Rooter like APC to help you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it's like, HQ, this is Rooter 1. I'm gonna request backup.
Yes.
We have a situation in 427 here.
We're sending
Like,
SWAT.
oh my God, do not engage. Do not engage.
That's the only thing I could think of when I saw that big ass Roto-Rooter van out
Yeah.
there.
That next van shows up, like 6 other guys come out in hazmat suits.
Like full Roto-Rooter tech gear,
Yep, riot shields. Yeah.
plungers.
Like, what are they doing?
Yeah,
What's going on over there?
It's like what? I don't.
Yeah.
I pity that owner who has
Sir?
some sort of mega turd or something or something. They got to bring in the goddamn special forces to take care of it.
Dude, it's just like a bunch of cordyceps spreading through his
The
plumbing,
old cordyceps.
Yep.
Remember that guy's first album in '89? That was pretty good.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the lead singer of Slipknot, isn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah. Not even close.
That might have been close.
Cordyceps doesn't sound anything like Corey Taylor.
Yeah,
but
it's close enough. It's close enough.
All right. Fair enough.
We love bad puns, even when they don't really work out and aren't really puns.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's talk
It's
about Saturday, Brian. You came over.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
You did. We had a
Yeah.
time.
We did.
We
You
did.
were correct. We
Oh,
had
and I was
what?
talking about earlier how Copilot lied to me. I was going to make
Oh
us
yeah.
ribs that day
Yep.
because
Yep.
Copilot informed me that Aldi had them on sale, which
Mm.
they did at one time probably, but not that weekend.
Yeah, in like 1987, they had them on sale for $1.99 a
Yeah.
pound.
No shit, 15 cents a pound? Well, howdy.
Yeah. Oh my. Well, butter my biscuits.
So I made smash burgers for us.
You
The
did, and they were
legacy of the
fantastic.
smash burger continues.
And it's funny too, because I had just made burgers, what, the day before or 2
Yes.
days before? I don't remember. And so I'm the one having burgers put, well, I assume you did too, because you had extra, but
Of course.
it was
I
just
had a burger
funny
for
that
lunch today.
yeah, well, I had a burger earlier that day because when I got home from my storage, I was like, oh, I need to eat. Well, I took a shower and then I was like, I need to eat something. And I was like, well, I have another hamburger here, so might as well just smash that. And then when you were like, I'm making smash burgers, and I just kind of laughed because it was like, whatever. And like I told you, it was cool though because even though I did like cast iron smash-ish burgers,
Yeah.
and they were great, but having the smash burgers off the Blackstone it's just a different beast.
It is a
That
different
it's
beast.
just a different beast.
Yes.
And it's superior for sure. But it was just funny because both of them tasted amazing. But then the next day I was like, I'm glad I didn't make like a bunch of those up.
You'd be like,
Because I
God,
was like,
you would have been me earlier the week.
yeah, yep. But what I did the next day was I was like, God, I still have some pasta salad left that I had made. And I'm like, I need like and like I don't really want like a deli sandwich kind of thing. And I was like, oh, I have bacon in the fridge, so BLT City it was.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
could
was the
have
right move.
made
Did
yourself
did
bacon burgers.
I thought about it. I did bacon in the in my toaster oven / air fryer
Yeah.
for the first time, and that was for sure how I'm going to do it from now on because it made way less of a mess.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the bacon was great.
So I
So
do it in mine because mine's like a bucket. So all that I can just pour out the bacon grease right into my little grease thing for bacon.
you mean your pants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all don't use bacon lube?
Yeah. Oh, dude, there was bacon lube. I think we talked about it on here before.
Yeah.
Like 20 years ago.
when bacon was in everything for some
Yeah.
reason.
I feel like it was like right before Tate joined the show or something like that. When we
Prob-
were really talking about bacon like every week.
Oh, probably. Well, we were. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the running title for the show, is the Bacon Boys.
It was. Yeah. You're right. It is.
Yeah.
Was. I mean, yeah.
Was.
Yeah. We keep trying to sell that to like Max and Netflix, but nobody's biting. So.
I really would have thought Kevin Bacon would have bit, but whatever.
Nope. It was too on the nose for him.
He could have hosted. It would have been sick.
Mm-mm. Too on the nose.
The Bacon Boys featuring Kevin Bacon. It's just our podcast, and he's on. He's actually behind the scenes producing.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually, what is the name of his band? Do you know?
Oh God, I forgot about that. Thick Cut.
I think it is like the Bacon Brothers or something like that.
Is it Peppered?
No,
Is it
it's the Bacon. No, it's the Bacon Brothers.
Oh well, shit. Well, okay, they can have the Bacon Brothers. We're the Bacon Bros.
Right.
Yeah, they're family. We're family beyond blood.
Yeah, we're chosen family.
Exactly. Yeah. That's hence the Bros.
Yeah. Truth. Anyways, yeah, we had smash burgers, had a couple of beers, played some Hot Streak, which was a great time.
Yes, I'm so glad.
We talked about that more on last week. So if you didn't listen to last week's episode, shame on you, and go back and listen to that. And Tony describes it, and it was so much fun, and it's such a quick pickup of a game. Like I can't recommend that game enough. That was a blast.
Oh yeah, it is a good time.
Yeah, it was just the three of us playing. I assume it gets nuttier with more people too.
I forgot to feed you one of these too. These Guy Fieri's.
Oh yeah.
Be glad I forgot.
I believe what they do is like when he gets his hair dyed, I think they wring out the residual in that. That's probably what that is.
I think maybe like when the truck's leaving the factory, they throw a lemon at the side of it.
That's fair.
I think that's how they flavor it because it's just like it's very. Like calling this lemon Italian ice is a crime.
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't taste. It tastes like barely like lemon.
Right, because lemon Italian ice is not like super, super subtle. It's got a pretty good lemon flavor to it,
Yeah.
like much like a lemon cookie.
Yes. Oh, yes. The lemon cookie.
Yes.
That cookie was amazing.
That was so good. Yeah. Yeah.
Aldi
For
pizza
anyone who's an
cookie.
Aldi,
Oh my
yeah,
god, lemon drop.
that was
Oh, yeah, it
quite
was.
good. Quite good.
Yeah,
Definitely better lemon memory than limoncello at
that's
your
fair.
house. Because
Oh god,
I forgot what game that ruined, but
that was Settlers of Catan.
Settlers. That's right.
Yeah, the
Yep.
great limoncello flood
Massacre.
of
Yeah.
05 or whatever.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was so long ago.
Jesus Christ, that was crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of so long ago, this hurt my
Oh my God.
feelings.
Okay.
Redmen, Time for Some Action. You remember that song?
Yeah.
Yeah. That song opens up with one line that hurt my feelings. It's
Oh God.
1992, y'all.
Oh
And
God.
I went, oh my God.
Did you see, was it, well, you didn't because you're not on Twitter. I posted a tweet the one night about how, like when you listen to old songs, like a lot of rap songs brag.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you find the songs that the bragging, it's like, it's almost like calling, like if Batman was still millionaire Bruce Wayne, you're like, millionaire,
Like,
like he couldn't afford what he does on a millionaire's
yeah, for
budget,
sure. So it's like
right?
everybody in Gotham that lives downtown.
Yeah, right. It's like he has to be a billionaire now. Back in the 60s, millionaires were, a little different. So it's like I'm listening to Roll Out by Ludacris, and he's like, what is it? Is that or PlayStation 2 in the ride with, with the diamonds in it or whatever? And I'm like, and it's just funny because it's like, yeah, PlayStation 2, people listen to it now and you're like, PlayStation 2?
Yeah, like
Like,
what?
like, I guess if you just want to be retro,
I
so it's like
wonder
it's
if
not quite
he's.
the flex it used to be.
Do you think he updated that for his live shows?
I don't know. That's a good question because I imagine he still performs that.
It's one of his
I mean, and
hits.
it's a simple fix, right? You just PlayStation 5 up in the ride,
Yeah, I mean,
with the, whatever,
I don't
right?
think the
Like,
number matters until it gets like a
no.
weird syllable or something,
Yeah, like, yeah, if you had to change it to like PlayStation, 15, then it changes the syllable
Yeah.
count. Yeah. So it's a little more awkward, but as long as it's a one syllable number, I think he's good for a while.
Huh.
Because I can't imagine you would just stop performing the song.
Like, sorry
you know?
guys, PlayStation 2 is way outdated. I can't.
Or he could just say fuck it and he just keeps doing it because them's the lyrics.
I mean, that's true.
Like as much as we don't champion Kid Rock anymore, it was like when in what was it? In the one song where he's like, I went platinum selling rhymes. I went platinum, what was it, 7 times? And there's like, but he then went platinum more than that. So he was updating that at the shows.
Yeah.
So what was it, 11, I think it was at one point or something like that. So he was kind of, I was like, that's kind of funny that he changed, he updated the song so it was accurate.
I mean, he should. Meanwhile, he's a grandfather calling himself Kid.
Yeah. Well, hey, whatever.
At least I assume he's a grandfather. I don't know. He's white trash.
Who knows? Yeah. It's weird though, because he's white trash by choice. He's not white trash by because his family actually had money.
Yeah,
like,
that is
he's
true.
not really poor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But whatevs.
White trash by choice.
Yeah.
I feel like that needs to be a shirt or something.
You know what?
I mean, Jesus Christ.
It's for sure the name of the episode. God, I'm just picturing that shirt. Jesus Christ,
God.
you're right.
It reminds me of
I
this.
just want to put it. What was that?
It reminds me of this fucking band. Their name's Blood for Blood, or like a hardcore band.
Yeah.
And it's just like a song just about them being white trash called "Ain't Like You." They're talking about
wow.
they're talking about like, there's that white privilege, but we don't get that. We're garbage.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard a song the other night. I got to look up the band name, but it's I think the name of the song is "We Opened for Weezer."
All right.
And it is literally a story. It's by Nerf Herder is the name of the band.
I have heard of Nerf Herder.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and it's literally a song about them talking about the time they opened for Weezer. That's the song. And it's like how they basically got trashed, but Weezer was good, kind of a thing. And it just makes me laugh every time I hear it. Um, because it's literally them just telling their like, "Oh, we were like, here we go." It's like we opened for Weezer first time on the road. Some of us had never been in the snow, following along in our rental van. Back when Matt Sharp was still in the band called Weezer, and it's just like it's literally just them telling the story of them opening for Weezer some random ass night, and it's just funny that that is the actual. It's just the song,
I
and it's
mean,
literally kind of a love letter to Weezer,
I, I guess you write what's around you, right?
No, right? And I
Yeah,
love it. I just love how it's not anything other than like, "Hey, did we tell you guys about the time we opened for Weezer?"
that's funny.
I just because every like I feel like every small band that gets to oh, what do they call it? Support the bigger bands now. They've always got those stories
Yeah,
where they open for a random band. Like I know Jono that I referenced earlier, one of his bands opened for Jimmy Eat World when they played in Detroit the one night. And he was talking about it. He was like, "This is so cool because it's a band I really dig." And then we got to, be on the same card, and meet them and stuff. And it's like there's got to be a lot of that with a lot of these smaller bands when, because you know how it is. Sometimes those support bands don't travel with them,
right.
or if they do, it's in a small area. Like, oh, while we're in Ohio, you're our opening act, and then we'll go to,
Yeah,
when we
don't.
move on to Indiana, they'll have an opening act. But yeah, I definitely recommend people also, the way the song is written, it feels very, old Weezer.
Yes,
Like, when you listen to, like, In the Garage, when he's just telling a story about basically being a loser in his garage, like that kind of it felt very in that vein, like, almost like if somebody was like, "Hey, write a Weezer song or write a song that's something like Weezer
we
song,"
should ask Copilot to write a Weezer song.
So I'll put a link to that in the notes also if anybody wants to watch the video or listen to it, I guess. But yeah, what was it called? Yeah, we opened for Weezer. That's what it was. That's what I thought.
Oh, shite.
Yeah, it was funny when a while ago when you were talking about the Puerto Rican music, it reminded me of that week when my Discover Weekly was all like mariachi
Yeah, right.
music. And it was like, where did this come from? Like, I don't
Dude,
ever listen, but I listened to all of it and it was great.
you know what we listened to out on the deck this weekend too?
Your
Was
dog going.
no, she outside she's cool. Inside she gets annoying.
Oh, okay.
Um, fucking Tiki Bar Essential playlist, and it was awesome.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Like Spotify does a lot of those things too, and I never listen to them to where it'll be like summer cookout or, like right before bedtime playlist where it's
Oh,
supposed to be more mellow stuff
dude,
and
the Tiki Bar one was just gem mint. It's like, yo,
yeah,
maliki liki laka, da, da, da,
yeah,
like all this shit playing. Oh my
yeah.
god, it was fantastic.
I like it.
Yeah, I can't recommend that one enough either because it's like it
Yeah.
sounds like summer, but it's not like your pop summer songs, or it's not,
Yeah,
or half the summertime playlists on Apple Music or country. I'm like,
of course
that's
they
not
are
my
because
jam.
it's the thing though. I
Yeah,
know.
it's
That's what like when I've talked to people about music, like when I went to have the day I was supposed to have my MRI done on my head,
yeah,
and they ask you if you
the
want if
big MRI machine.
oh, I know. And they ask you what what you want to listen to because they give you a set of headphones to help you kind of stay calm because you're gonna be in there for an hour,
Yeah,
And I was like, just no, I'm like, no country. I was like, pretty much anything else is fine, you know. And the woman's like, well, what do you really? I was like, you just give me like 90s rock music if you can find it. And she goes, oh yeah, here's a play. I'm like, perfect.
you guys.
Except then I then had a panic attack and
It's like, do you guys got any Cattle Decapitate or Infant Destroyer?
yeah.
What?
Do you have any?
And she's like, oh fuck yeah, we do.
Yeah.
this is
Like,
my,
do you have any dying fetus?
this is my
Yeah.
own personal playlist actually.
Right.
Like, oh shit, this lady knows what's up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually,
You say that, she looks at you and you just see the hard eyes.
yeah, very.
And that was the day I met your mother. Yeah.
There's a metal band I had to listen to just based solely on the name of the band, and
Yeah.
it's the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza,
Wow.
and
That's a lot.
they're fantastic.
Fair enough.
Yes.
You know, that is one of the things that it's weird because I can't decide if it's because I'm old or if I just truly think the music is shit.
Yeah.
But when I listen to like the new metal, and I don't mean NU umlaut new metal, but I mean new as in NEW, as in just came out metal on Spotify, I don't care for a lot of it. Like, I'm not like, I don't hate it, but
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of it. Like, I'm just like, this is what it is. It reminds me of when we go someplace and they have a beer and we're like, that was an IPA,
Yeah. It's
you
there.
know? Yeah, you're like, I guess that's metal music, but I wouldn't go see this band, you know? And there's a lot of it that
Hmm.
I just don't love. If it's very much in the like Sleep Token and Ghost categories to where I'm just like, I just don't
Oh,
love this
it's like
stuff.
that progressive metal.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I just don't care for this. I think I just don't like that genre,
Yeah,
maybe.
no,
I don't know.
it's probably how I feel about Arcade Fire. It's kind of like
Yeah,
whiny rock,
yeah.
but it's like with
See,
metal,
I'm good with
it's
a
like
lot of
mopey
whiny rock.
rock. That's what it's been,
Right.
you know.
Yeah,
And the
I don't
dude
know,
from
it's
Sleep
weird.
Token's voice is amazing,
Yes.
but I
I
am not a fan either.
agreed.
Yeah,
It
like his
versus
voice
the
is
opposite.
amazing, but
I'm the opposite with Ghost in that I think musically I like the band. I just can't stand the singer. I
I
think if you put a different singer on that band, I think I would like him more.
I like early Ghost because it was a different singer.
Oh god, now you're a hipster for Ghost? Jesus.
I'm just saying, like because
No, I'm
they
just
go through
kidding around.
singers like Gore, like some.
Ghost, I thought it was the same band, same
Ah,
singer, but the others were the
no,
change.
no, good. This different singer every so often.
Is it? I thought
Yeah.
it was the same guy that was like, it was
Well, I
him and
mean,
everyone else was
I will put my I will say I'm
yeah,
not a huge Ghost fan, so I could be way
right.
off
Nor
wrong.
am I.
I could be
Fair
wrong,
enough.
but
Yeah.
the early stuff that I liked compared to what is going on now, the guy sounds
Yeah.
different. He looks a little different. That's why I assumed.
Well, look different, definitely,
Yeah.
because they do like every album has a new story and he's playing like a new character every time, basically. So I don't know if it's a different guy or
No,
not, but
well,
it's definitely
maybe he's just changed his style a little bit, and I just like the
could
old
be. I
stuff.
mean, we've been through that before. There's some bands. I
Yeah.
mean, we've joked not that it's the same situation, but again, listen to old Sugar Ray versus once they hit big,
Yeah.
much different band. Incubus before they hit it big sounded quite a bit different. There's
Hmm.
various other bands where it was like Beastie Boys before they hit it big.
Oh
They
yeah.
were like a hardcore band. They weren't rappers. They were a hardcore band, So, you know, people change sometimes and then they make it big and it's like, well,
If
this is what we're doing now.
if
So
they could change and I could change, we could all change.
I mean, I can't blame
Rocky,
them.
Rocky.
Once you have like Ghost, it's like what they're doing clearly works really well for
Yeah,
them.
it definitely works.
And no hate, I'm not shitting on them. It's just they're not
I'm
for me,
shitting right on him.
Well, you do that. I
You
can't
better,
wait till we come
better,
across one of their albums on the top 500.
yeah. Call in the Roto Rooter SWAT team. They're gonna
Yep.
be needed.
Rats.
Rats.
Yeah. But yeah.
Quiet,
Right.
quiet.
So yeah, but yeah, anyways, wrapping the whole Saturday thing up. Yeah, that was
That's a good time.
good times. Fun was had.
Yes.
Mostly innocent fun. I got to watch Michelle do silly things in Monster Hunter
I mean,
and get to see
game's,
y'all's drips.
game's so much fun. I got a totally different drip already.
It doesn't surprise me.
My shit
Like you
changes
said,
on the reg.
well, it should because we talked about this before about how we're rooted in once we were handed character creation in a wrestling game, it was all over from there. Because
Oh,
other
yeah.
games you might be able to change a color of an armor or something, but this was a whole different beast to where it's like, no,
Yeah.
I can customize this all the way down, basically.
Like I just
So
built a new hammer in the game, and I'm like, well, my outfit doesn't match my weapon now, so we got to change this.
for sure,
And that's what it is.
I mean, if you were walking around town and your hammer didn't match your outfit, you'd have to change.
Exactly.
Accessories are important.
Accessories are important.
You design a, oh my gosh. The
Speak-
mood lighting just kicked in on my computer.
I should really oh, I got it. I was like, I should show you my Minecraft character. Because you can customize
boy.
your Minecraft character now.
Oh, can you? I didn't even. I've
'Cause
never. I shouldn't say never. I played very little Minecraft.
well, I have a realm going. If you'd like to join us, Brian.
Oh my god, I have to download the game first.
Oh, it's like 2 megabytes or something stupid.
No, I know, but well, if I download it, I clearly can't play it.
That's
I'll
true.
have to just download it and have it,
Here you go. I'm just gonna zoom in on my
as is
guy.
tradition.
I'll just do one of these.
What the hell? Sorry for the folks that are just getting the audio. I don't know how to describe that.
Yeah. Once I found out you could make your own, and I started seeing like the wacky eyeballs and the crazy hairdos, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make my guy look like he's fucking crazy.
He kind of looks like he just freshly stuck his hand in a light socket or something to that effect.
That's great.
Yeah.
His hair casts a shadow, so y'all see that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So funny.
Be great if you could like intimidate with your
Oh no,
hair like
nothing's
that.
scared of me. I get attacked by everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. In real life and in the game.
Yeah, you know what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah, good
Yeah,
question.
no, that was good time Saturday. I'm glad we got the hang. It was a nice long holiday
Yep.
weekend.
Yeah.
Hot
Yeah.
as fuck.
Oh, dude, you ain't kidding.
Good
Yeah,
Lord.
that's why like my siblings were like, "Hey, we're gonna help you with your storage on Saturday earlier in the week," and I'm like, "Okay." And then I start looking at the weather, and they're like, and they're like, "Oh, hot and humid weather returns for the weekend," and I'm like, "Great," I was like, "Well, I guess we won't be doing that." So I text them like Friday, and I'm like, "Hey, you guys want to like do some stuff here, like maybe start going through mom stuff a little bit or something?" And they're like, "Oh no, we can still go over there." My one sister shows up at 11 in the morning. It's 85 already
Of
and
course.
humid.
Yeah, of
And I'm
course
like,
it
"Oh
is.
god, it's only gonna get worse." And it sure did. It was brutal. Like I told you this story already, but I want to gross everyone out. Like I had gloves on and I sweat a lot. And when I took the gloves off, dude, it was like pouring a bucket of water out of that glove. It was just sweat. And everybody around was like, ew. And I'm like, yeah, how do you think I feel?
Yeah, yeah.
Like this is
Yeah, don't you me.
yeah, dude, that shower when I got home though. Oh, it was so good.
Oh yeah. There's
Turned on, just put it on nice, cool. I didn't want to go cold, obviously, but
no,
nice,
go
cool
cold.
shower.
It's good for you. Go cold. Shock the
Oh, I know.
system.
Dude, remember I had to take cold
Shock
showers
it.
for a while
Shock it.
because of my when I had hives for that 6-month period. I had to take cold showers to get rid of the hives.
Hell yeah.
And then I found out later it's not necessarily good for you.
I love a cold shower. Like after a hot day at work, just a cold shower. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's because I don't have a
But
pool I could just cannonball into.
right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that. And oh man, I felt like $1,000,000 after that,
Goddamn right.
But whew,
I
that was
shaved my head
brutal.
tonight. I feel like $1,000,000 right now.
Yeah, I need to do that. I'm getting too much scruffiness going on here.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
just been lazy.
I gotta keep
So
up on it.
yeah.
I got this one rogue hair in my fucking forehead that like comes in like a 6-gauge
Yeah.
wire or some shit.
Yeah. I used to
Yeah.
have one right about here
Yeah,
that did that.
pretty
It's
annoying.
finally gone, but
It's pretty annoying.
it was around for a long time.
Oh man, I would have whacked that fucker. Give me some tweezers. You're out of here.
Oh, I did, but it would come back strong every time, and it's
Oh god, it's the
it was
nemesis system but for
defiant.
Brian's hair.
Yeah, it was defiant, let me tell you. And then finally it just went away and I was like, "Oh, good," It's like as the other hairs on the top of my head have mostly gone, there's just a few scragglers left.
Well,
And I'm like,
that was like the brave warrior, and when that finally fell, everyone else was like, "Fuck."
yeah. Well, they saw I wasn't fucking around. I just
Exactly.
took that thing right down at the ankles.
Yep. Send me your best champion.
Yep. And yeah, it's like the last few, and it's like, why can't you just go away?
Yeah.
Like when you go bald, I feel like genetics should just let you go completely bald and be done with it.
That would mean genetics were cool.
Yeah, I know they're not for sure. Because how many guys do you know? It's like you have to go through your like, okay, I'm a little bald. Then you go through the like, I've got 3 strands of hair. I'm hanging on to it like Homer Simpson bald. Like, and everyone's got to arrive at the take it off. At their own terms.
I guess.
So I love there's an anchor on Sports Center named Scott Van Pelt, and he's bald, and he every once in a while he'll see an athlete that's got like a patchy ass hair, and he's like, buddy, he's like, it's time, and he's like, but every man has to arrive at that on their own
Wait,
terms.
the man's bald, but his last name is Van Pelt.
Yes.
Huh.
Yep.
Sounds like she at least have a rug or something up there.
No,
Van
no.
Pelt's
He held
Pelts, sponsored by
he
Nike.
held on to it. Yeah, he held on to it too long. Like, every once in a while something will come up and they'll show like an old footage of him when he was still hanging on to it, and he was just like, "Oh, what was I doing?"
Fucking looks like my Minecraft character.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I can't believe you guys let me on TV like
Dude,
that.
I gotta say, that's one thing for me, like trying to avoid getting my picture taken as much as I did. I'm so glad there's not a bunch of me with like when I was fighting it, like, so I'm looking back going, what was I doing?
Like, God damn it.
I mean, I had to live through it,
We all did, Brian. We all did.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It was terrible for everybody, but everyone was weeping over the loss of my luxurious hair.
Yes, yes. Tell the
It's funny I say that
we're
jokingly.
sad.
Yes. Yep, they all lost their faith in me. It was terrible. I was shunned, kicked out of the village,
Weird shit.
powerless because I had lost my hair.
I mean, that's what happens. It happened to
Yeah.
not
Samson.
Was it Adonis? Samson, yeah. Samson.
No, Samson. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Delilah cut his hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
That
Hey there,
jerk. And then,
Delilah. I
was just gonna say, and then the Plain White Tees wrote a song about her.
You're cutting hair in Rome, and
And now he's weak.
Can't you see?
Oh God. Can you somebody had to have done that, like redone that song as Samson singing to Delilah. Now he's just a whiny, plays his acoustic guitar at every campfire.
Yes. Oh God. Reduced to
he leads off with Wonderwall.
Guy.
Yep. Starts off with Wonderwall.
It's ancient Greece. He's playing a lyre.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh God.
Oh man. I would love to see
I even like the idea of it just being modern and he's just playing an acoustic now, He's got his hair up in what's left of his hair up in a bun, It's not real though, it's fake. It's extensions.
It's a Van Pelt.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yep.
The Van Pelt empire continues.
Yes. Although Van Pelts reminds me of the company that made the dog thing for Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Hey,
they just make toupees for cars.
Yeah.
It's very
Come
niche.
on down to Van Pelts. Yeah.
So niche.
Have you ever wished your van had some nice lettuce?
Oh my God.
Come on down to Van Pelts, where we pelt your van. No, sorry, I didn't do it on the screen, but there's the point, of course, because it's local TV.
You have to be looking slightly off camera too, and
yeah, of course, we do this for you. Yeah.
No, you got to point at the camera. We do this for you.
Yeah.
Like,
come on down to Van Pelts, where we do things for you.
Like Steve,
yeah, you're
Steve,
right.
you got to look at the camera, but I don't know my lines.
All you're doing is saying your name.
Yeah, I need a cue card guy.
Like, okay, fine. All right. Come on down to line.
Yeah. God damn it.
It's your name.
Like, son of a bitch.
Come on down to Van Pelts.
Van Pelts.
Yep.
Oh,
I kind of want to start this business though, where you just put pelts on vans. It'd be pretty cool.
It would be interesting. Only vans.
I mean, yeah, just van. Oh, that's part of the website. Nice.
Oh, fucking only vans.
Sensual. You're making merkins for vans, and then you have only vans with them. For the people who get aroused by vans that have merkins.
Such a
very niche.
Wow, only vans really makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, if that sounds like a great place to look at like sexy pictures of those like camper vans with the airbrushing and the classic shaggin' wagons,
By the way, if I had a small shoe store that sold vans, that's what I would call it.
For sure.
I would just call it only vans.
Yes. Absolutely.
Or a car dealership, right?
Or
like, remember that place? There was a place called like Just Lamps or something like that, or Just Drapes, or it was something like that. I can't remember what it was. I remember seeing it up in
Spatula City.
Yeah, no, it was there was a legit store. It was in like I don't think it was Ann Arbor. I don't think it was up quite that far, but it was something called like Just Blinds or Just Lamps or something
it's
like that.
Full of blind people that can't find their way out.
Yeah. Oh my.
This is not what I expected coming to the store.
But I'm very aroused.
Yes.
How many of you are here on a blind date? Eh? Eh?
It's like,
They would beat your ass, but they can't find you
yeah, exactly.
unless they echolocation you.
Of course.
Yeah, they find you with their sticks and then beat the shit out of you. I mean, that's fair.
I mean, there's you ever play
Nope.
Oblivion?
Nope.
So there's a cathedral full of blind people. They're called like the moths or the gray moths or something like that.
Okay.
And legit, if you can sneak around in there, but if they detect
Yeah.
you, they will
Yeah.
end your life quickly.
Because they're Daredevil. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's fun.
Yep.
Good times.
Yep. Find you and beat the shit. Well, Daredevil's not fully blind, as we see in the TV show. He's mostly blind. Like he can see like blurs, basically.
I mean, that's blind enough.
Yeah. But also, I mean, it's it's not quite the same as not being able to see it all, Because if you can see a blob moving around him, you at least have that adds to your puncher's chance.
I mean, that would make me a little bit better at Helldivers, probably. So,
no, it wouldn't. No, wouldn't make me any better. That's for damn sure.
Well, you gotta fucking play.
I'd still be running around like a maniac. Nah.
Hint.
It won't matter. Any game you give me a shooter situation, I don't. There's a ceiling on me.
But you know what's terrific about that game, Brian?
What's that?
Failure is built into the game.
Yeah, it is. It does help,
yes.
actually.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's one of the first things you have to accept in that game is you will die.
Oh, yes.
And sometimes you will die a lot.
Yes.
And that's okay.
And what's great is sometimes you'll complete the objective and still die, but you'll move on because you completed the objective.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's not like Call of Duty or something where if you die a bunch, no one wants you on their team.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Exactly. Also, sometimes when you die, it's hilarious to other people.
Oh, it's the funniest shit ever.
Because, like, oops, I'm sorry, I dropped a giant ass bomb right on top of your head.
I mean, I should show you this. Oh, fuck. It's on my PlayStation now. It's probably off my phone. I have this video when Cheetah and I are playing together, and he like leans out. We're in the Jeep, and I'm actively laser cannoning. It's like and the thing is, it glows bright yellow. It goes like wow.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Terrifying.
Yeah, yeah.
And he sticks his head out the window, and I just burn it right off his shoulders.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
It was fantastic.
I noticed he friendly fires quite a bit. Like when we've played, I notice I die a lot to his situations. So I don't know if that's his fault or my fault, but it's hilarious.
That shit was so funny to me.
Yeah. Well, and that's why, like I said, it's cool because once you accept it, it's easy to laugh at it because some of the deaths like that are really funny because you're just like, why did I do this?
Son of a bitch.
Because like you said, it's wow and it's a bright yellow and
I mean, like
shiny things.
When I'm playing, I got most of my lights off. My whole fucking wall is yellow when I'm using that
I
thing.
bet. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Also, you're a giant Coldplay fan. Yeah.
Yellow and blue. Is that the song?
Oh, I bet. No. It was just, it was all yellow. It's that album might be on that list.
Well, I guess I'll have to experience if it is.
We'll see.
It's gonna be fucking raw dog in my ears, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I watched the new season of Squid Game.
Oh yeah.
That recently dropped. I know you haven't watched it at all, right?
I have not.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
And I saw there were a lot of people criticizing this season or whatever, but I don't know. I thought it was fine. I mean, it's just, it's another season of
Squid Game.
Playing really twisted games for cash prizes, and
sounds like our current environment.
Yeah, right. Well, that's actually, I mean, it's supposed to be like a takedown of society. And I think a lot of people miss that. I think they're really watching it in the surface. And it's supposed to be kind of more of a like, hey, regular people shouldn't be treated like shit by rich people. And some people are kind of either missing it or they're, oh, this is woke. And it's like, yeah, because things are fucked up. Like, this is what art is supposed to do.
Man.
It's supposed to make you think and feel. And anyway. But one thing that stunk was, how I do the Microsoft rewards points and they have like a quiz every day and you earn points that you can then turn into like gift cards and shit. I've been doing them forever. The one night, the quiz was basically about the new season of Squid Game. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And click through, I just randomly guess. But then one of them was like, hey, how does the show end? And it literally had, and I'm like, I'm like, so if I finish this, I'm gonna know how the show ends
Oh, that's annoying.
before I watch the show. And I'm like, this is kind of shitty
Yeah, that
that
is
they're
shitty.
literally putting the biggest spoiler they could put from the show on there. If they had done something from early in the season that was like, holy shit, this character dies or blah, blah, it's like, well, you pretty much know watching the show, almost anyone on the show can die, basically,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. But when you are like, hey, here's the twist at the end,
What the
you
twist?
know, it's like, so when it gets to that point and you should be feeling kind of big feelings, and I was just like, well, this is what happens because
Yeah.
I already knew. And I was like, that was so shitty of them to do that. But
But
I thought it was a good season.
whoa,
But from what I've read, it
huh?
sounds like that
Bruce
this
is
isn't the
dead.
end of it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
I've, it sounds like this isn't the end, though. It sounds like there's going to be like a US Squid Game.
Ah.
There definitely is. I forgot. There's like a big name director attached to it too.
So
And
if they do it in Italy, is it going to be the Calamari Games?
yes,
Hey, the
of course.
Calamari Games.
Hey, no,
Hey,
no, probably not.
come on.
Oh, alternate ending, huh? Well, I may have to look at that.
Cheeseburger Games here in America.
Yes.
I'd be down.
All right, where is it?
I've been training all week for cheeseburger games.
Oh, you sure have. You aren't kidding. You're a fucking pro now.
Goddamn right. Champion.
Dang it. David Finch, that's who's supposed to be directing the new season. Oh, geez.
Oh
wow,
my
that
God.
hit me hard and fast.
I like his brother, Ted Sparrow.
No, we're not doing that.
Chris Cardinal.
Nope.
Henry Hawk.
Nope.
No.
Oh, dude, I
Pete
forgot. I got a
Pigeon?
great moment. Today. I'm at the post office.
Yeah.
And I was dropping some stuff off. And right before I leave, the woman working the counter goes, "Hey, try to stay dry." And I turn and go, "You too." And then it really hit me that, she was talking about the rain, obviously, but I was just thinking how hilarious it is. I just told a woman to stay dry.
Yeah. You stay dry. And I'm talking about that vagina.
Yeah. Good luck. You just met me.
Keep that thing dry and dusty, girl. We'll see ya.
Yeah. Right. I had a good laugh about it, and my brother's like, "What's so funny?" I'm like, "Never mind," because I'm like, he's not gonna find this as funny. I'm like, I got to remember to tell Tony because he'll find this funny.
Yeah.
But it is like my brother's not gonna find this as funny as because I'm gonna have to explain it all the way out probably.
Stay arid. What?
Yeah, yeah, right. Oh man. I'm gonna for sure have to look at this. Apparently, there was a creator had an alternate ending to Squid Game, which makes sense because it's the end of a series. A lot of times they do multiple endings so that people don't leak out the real ending and whatever. So it wouldn't shock me.
Olestra. That'll leak out the real ending.
It might.
Remember that
That's
shit?
what I heard.
Quite literally.
Yeah. I never had any, but
I had the chips because my mom was like, "Oh, they're healthy," and then everything came out about them. But I don't recall aggressively shitting my pants. So
yeah, I think there's some fallacy
beyond
to
the
that.
normal, of course.
Yeah, yeah, that's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
That was just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
It's like practice.
that was
now I'm a professional.
yeah, that was that was me time.
Yeah, exactly.
The rest was just business.
It's just not a good name either. Olestra.
I know.
It sounds like something that would make you shit your pants.
It does. You're not wrong.
I know.
You are not wrong. So I got one last thing here. Is all I got. But did you see that there's gonna be basically a fruity pebbles flavor of Liquid Death?
Ooh, I did not. I'm more interested in the fruity pebbles stuff. I'll be honest.
Peppers, I know, right?
If it tastes like fruity pebbles, I might just go to heaven. I don't know.
Oh my God, I know. I was thinking it's like I gotta find some because I looked at like Kroger doesn't seem to carry Liquid Death.
They
Target
used to. They don't carry them in singles. They carry them in packs.
I didn't even see packs today when I was looking for them.
Interesting.
So it could be maybe it's the one by me or something. I don't know.
You know what's an odd place to find interesting Liquid Death sometimes?
Gas stations.
Five Below.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, they have them. Serial Criminal. What a great name.
Yeah, it is a good name, and it's the can.
And it's officially licensed Fruity Pebbles. Wow.
Oh, is it? You're right. It is. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I just thought it was
an official collab. That's cool.
Yeah.
I kind of want to try this. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Where's it? Yeah, because it mentions the Pina Colada, which was exclusive to Target, and Spicy Deathberry Inferno for Walmart, which is a ghost pepper. What's weird to me is like when I go into Target and I look at their liquid death, all they have is the plain liquid death, like just plain water. And that's it. They used to keep individual ones up by the cash wrap in the like cooler case. Nope.
Yeah,
They're never up there now.
every goofy Five Below, every goofy liquid death I've drank has been for Five Below.
Oh,
I
interesting.
found the tall boys of the sodas there, all the teas.
Oh, I'll have to look because I
Yeah.
still want to try the sodas. Because I was curious myself on
I
those.
mean,
But
I tried the cola and the Dr Pepper, and they're both. I'm not gonna say there could be replacements, but if someone's
right.
like, you need to stop drinking soda,
Yeah.
it would
Well, that's
it would be a good stand-in.
right. That's how the Kroger has seltzers that are Dr. Pepper, root beer, and well, they had, I don't know if they still do, but they did. They had a cola, a root beer, and basically a Dr. Pepper. And they were okay,
Yeah,
But I'm like you, it's like unless somebody was like, you have to quit drinking soda, and I'm like, okay, fine, I guess I'll drink these.
man,
But
we
otherwise, yeah.
we have a half a gallon of lactose-free milk we haven't opened yet, and I
Yeah.
kind of want to eat Fruity Pebbles now. I haven't had Fruity Pebbles in
Dude, I
probably
love Fruity
20
Pebbles.
years. I haven't had them in so long.
I don't know why, but they've always been one of my favorite cereals.
Yeah,
Like
same.
for a while, occasionally I would buy like they had the like cereal bars of them, and I would just buy
Yeah,
those
I was about
and
to
eat them.
ask you if you'd ever made Rice Krispie treats out of Fruity Pebbles.
I have, yeah, those are amazing.
Uh,
Yeah, that's maybe
uh,
my favorite way to eat them. But the way I've consumed 'em most recently was by going up to the one ice cream place up good ways up the street from me because they put them in like their blizzard,
oh, that sounds good.
and they're great.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I mean, they're just a good ice cream topping anyway.
Yeah.
Let alone, but mixed in, it's like quite
Well,
nice.
shut up and
Quite
take
nice.
my money because I'm not using that soundboard app anymore.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, after
But
that
yeah,
one debacle, never again.
yeah, I saw this a few days ago, and it was like I was gonna mention it when we were hanging out, and I was like, "Nah, I'll hang on to this one for the show." And um, I was like, if we find that, like, I was like, we should. That's one we should do for sweet and salty language
Oh yeah,
if we find it.
this
So
and
if either of
Cheez-It
us finds it,
pizzas. I mean, come on.
that's what I'm saying, right? Because we always try to, find weird shit to do at the same time. So, and I haven't seen any other drinks lately that I'm like, oh, this should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm definitely
So
intrigued about that.
me too, because again, I love Fruity Pebbles. So if it
Same.
tastes like that, oh my god, if I can drink Fruity Pebbles without all the calories of Fruity Pebbles, that'd be
No shit,
amazing.
right?
You know, like just have one of these once in a while and be like, all right, I'm good.
Well,
So
Brian, I think it's about that time
yes, ma'am.
for several reasons. One, I gotta piss so hard.
Yeah.
Two, it's just that time.
Yeah. All right, move on to the Q, the W then.
So last week we asked everybody,
Anybody?
if you could ban one food item for everyone, what would it be and why?
Mm-hmm.
Cy from over the pond, we love you, Cy, says Jolly Ranchers. My God, man, hold on. Jolly Ranchers? Hold on. He says, Jolly Ranchers, saving humanity one step at a time. Seen so many articles of the crazy shit that goes into them. Oh, and by the way, Randy's, I think I should be served with ranch powder. Randy's. Oh, the Randy's, right.
Yeah.
The shandy.
The ranch.
Ranch
Yeah,
shan-
the ranch
should be
shandies.
served
Yeah.
with a ranch powdered rim. The Boilermaker idea had me retching at the thought.
Yeah, I'm with him on that. Yeah,
Okay,
me
see,
retching at the thought too.
I see what's going on here.
Mm.
He's looking at this as someone who has like health care and can go to the doctor.
Yeah, that's fair.
And from, they don't let everything into their food, unlike over here.
Right.
Because way more ingredients. That's anti-woke, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it also makes me wonder a little bit, like,
Yes.
you don't see people. It's weird because obviously Jolly Ranchers are still around. Like the only Jolly Ranchers I ever buy are the gummy ones now. I don't buy the hard candy ones.
Do you remember
but
the Jolly Rancher blades?
yeah.
That shit was the best.
Yeah, we used to get those all the
Oh, yeah,
time.
suck them into a dagger.
Hell
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
dude. It was basically a yeah.
Yeah, like
You
in
could
prison,
definitely
you could
fancy a
murder
shiv out
somebody.
of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
I do like a Jolly Rancher, and you're right. The gummy Jolly Ranchers are amazing,
Yeah.
but just like that hard candy, I do enjoy it. But he's probably right. Every Jolly Rancher probably took a year off my life. I didn't even know
Oh,
it.
of course. It definitely took a year off your teeth, you know?
Goddamn right.
Because, you know, at some point you're
Except the
biting
half
into
of his
that
front
thing.
one.
Right. Yeah.
That one's good to go.
True enough. True enough.
That's all we got on the Insta.
Really?
Yeah.
Sad. All right.
Meanwhile, on Face page, you shared it. Excellent. You got
Mhm.
Lon says so many, but asparagus.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna like
I
it. I'm an
I
asparagus
understand.
fan.
I like asparagus as long as it's done right.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not cooked a certain way, and by that I mean the doneness of it. I don't mean the, like, style. It's more just getting it to where it's still firm but also tender.
Yeah.
But it's like if you cook it too far, I don't want it.
That's
And
like
if you don't cook it enough, it's gross. So you got to hit the sweet spot,
that's like
you know?
that's like my lovin', firm but tender.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe says
Also,
veal.
it's our duet name, Firm and Tender.
Firm and tender. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's our sexy steakhouse.
It is. That would be pretty sexy, actually.
Uh,
Nice firm and tender steak.
Joe says veal, which I agree with, but it's also, as someone who's eaten it, it is delicious. But I do not,
I've
I do
never
not agree with it though.
Yeah, I've never had it based on the like I learned at a very young age what it was, and I was very much like, no. And it's funny because obviously I don't shy away from eating meat,
Yeah.
but that's a bridge that's too far, you know?
Oh my God, the most diabolical answer I've ever seen.
Okay.
Diamond Top fan, Big Dev, or I'm gonna call him this Devin, for this
Uh-oh.
horrendous answer that would be so mean to the world. Salt. Enjoy that bland ass food.
Oh, you know, I appreciate that he came at it from the hater's perspective. He's like,
Yes.
I'm gonna take all the salt because I've seen it's so funny, like watching some of the cooking shows where they can God, what is the one called? I mean, Cutthroat Kitchen obviously did stuff like that. But there was God, I can't think of the name of it. It's one where they kind of like they play poker, but then they go cook,
Oh,
basically.
I've never seen
Like,
this show.
yeah, it's an interesting show. Like they bet on like they each get like a card and each one is a like something you have to do in the dish,
Mhm.
you know? And then but some of them are like no salt kind of a thing. Or there's one where you can take an ingredient away from an opponent. And that's one it's like the first thing you take away is salt
Of course.
because
Good luck.
you know, well, depends on who you're against though too, because you know, like you know, a guy named Jet Tila was on there, and they took salt away from him, and he was just like MSG bitches.
Yeah.
So
I know
you know,
Jet Tila. Jet Tila's good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and it's funny though because you just watch these chefs, and it's literally they're like, I can't believe I can't use salt. You know, like they're just dumbfounded with. And they know how to cook around it, but they still know nothing replaces salt.
Oh yeah. You know, I mean,
You know?
anytime I'm cooking, like I made all that corn to cob, I cut it off the cob, made fried corn.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
as soon as I was done eating it, I took a little taste. I'm like, yep, a little more salt. Took another taste. It was
Yep.
perfect.
Yeah.
You know, it's that
And
salt is
you know
amazing.
and they salt all the way through.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like each level gets salt to taste basically.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know, yeah, it's funny watching them just how handcuffed they feel when you take salt away. So, yeah, I can't imagine. But I mean, God, can you imagine you had to eat French fries with no salt? Ugh,
Brutal.
that's criminal, man.
Brutal. Jason Morrow. Wow. Throwback. Says cows. Although not really a food item, but I get what he's going with.
Yeah.
He says,
Yeah.
although I feel like whatever positive environmental impacts will disappear when people start making burgers out of hippos or whatever.
He's not wrong.
He's not
we would
wrong.
probably just move on to the next animal.
Yeah, like what else
That's
is
why I
easy to
figure
raise?
that's why I figure that they're trying to like bring back woolly mammoths. It's just to somehow turn
Dude.
these things into weapons or food.
Imagine the sizzle of a woolly mammoth steak hitting the Blackstone.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Yep.
That's all I got over here.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got one from Mr. Cheeto, and he says tofu. Fuck that shit. Why ban it? Man, fuck that shit.
I mean, I've had it before, and I'm not a huge fan, but
Yeah,
for
I'm
me,
the
it's
same.
more of the soy aspect. Like I try to not get a ton of soy in my
Yeah.
diet if I can
I
help
don't
it.
I don't love the consistency of it either. It's it's kind of weird to me.
Like,
So yeah, and it's like I know you can season the shit out of it because I
yeah,
know there's all sorts of flavorings and all that stuff. You can really bring tons of flavor to it.
I mean,
I've had it a few times and didn't care
I'm
for it.
trying to remember what I last had it in. It was some Asian dish, and it was just stuff together, and
Yeah,
one of the components was fried tofu,
right.
and like seared or whatever, and it was
Yeah,
good, but
yeah,
I'm not about to go out there and buy a block of tofu and be like, I'm gonna sear this at home.
yeah. I'm the same. Yeah,
No. If I'm searing anything, it's a fucking smash burger.
right. That's fair. I understand. I'm kind of the same way. Like when I watch some of the shows and they go to like vegetarian restaurants and or vegan places, and you watch them make the food, and you're just like, and then somebody eats it, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is incredible!" And it's like, yeah, but it's like 97 steps.
Yeah,
It's like if I just eat that as a burger, it's like 5 steps. It's
I
like I don't
I
want to put that much work into it.
I was just watching a video where they were making some Indian food,
Yeah,
and one of the guests was like, the problem with making Indian food is by the time you get all the ingredients and you do all the work, you could have already had amazing Indian food delivered.
yeah,
And
that's
it's a
fair.
hundred percent accurate.
Yeah, because like I've seen again on Food Network, you watch them and there's like 100 different spices in it, and it's like I bet it smells amazing when you're
Oh,
cooking it in your
for
kitchen, though.
sure.
But yeah, it's going to be an all day cooking situation, and yeah, he's probably right. Just find good Indian food and just go get yourself some Indian food, unless you're doing it all the time, I guess. You
Yeah,
know,
right, right. If it's unless it's your
yeah,
passion.
right.
Um,
He says salty selections, liver. You don't eat the filter. What the fuck? And don't try and say it's good. It smells like a shit box. I, I've had liver twice and I hated it both times. I'm not a gamey person. I don't like organ meat much because for a couple reasons. One, I have gout, so I'm supposed to stay away from it. But also, I'm not an organ meat guy. To me, it's just like, why am I eating? Like to me, it's like, why am I eating the inferior parts of the animal?
I mean,
I'd rather eat the better parts.
I tried, when I was like, especially when I was in my health kick stage of life,
Yeah,
and
yeah, because it's super high in
it's
protein and what iron, I think, and
high
stuff.
in protein, like
Yeah,
zinc and shit.
yeah,
And I tried,
like
and
most organ meat is.
yeah, the only thing I
Yeah.
could do with it was I made it into chili, and it was still kind of gross. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the one. Remember a while ago, I know one of our Q of the W's was about a food you hate or whatever. And remember, I was like, my mom's gonna say liver, like
Yeah.
100%. Because it's the one food that she can't stand to smell it. If you say, hey, if I even said, hey, I'm making liver, she'd like a little bit. And it was, like her stepmom growing up used to try to trick her into like, oh, I made Swiss steak or I made Salisbury steak or trying to bury it under a sauce or something. And you know how it
You
is. It's
can't
like
bury that
stuff
flavor.
like that. You can't get rid of that. It's gonna
Yeah.
taste like what it is.
Yeah. Like once you get through that sauce, it's just liver.
It's the
It's
liver.
like putting fucking chocolate frosting on the floor. Like
Yeah.
the first
I mean,
lick is pretty good.
delicious.
And then
Yeah.
the second lick, not so much.
You're like, oh wow, this is way more floor flavor than chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
You have any more chocolate? Because that was delicious. Yeah. His next one is he says animal penis. Some motherfuckers eat this. Don't do that. Don't eat the stem. And he says good and plenty. This shit is trash. Ban it. I'm with him on that. Then he says Marlboros. Wait, am I the only one eating these?
Oh,
Nah, it's fine. We all eat Marlboros, man. It's
Cheeto.
it's what we do.
That's what we do.
Good answers though.
Yeah, very
I
good
agree
answers.
with most of that because I'm the same way. It's like I've tried some of that stuff and I don't remember where the hell I've had different types of livers too. Like I've had chicken livers, I've had beef liver. Actually, maybe I had livers 3 times. There was another, was it turkey? I don't know. There was another type of liver I
could
had,
see
and I hated it
turkey.
all 3 times.
Like
Yeah.
I've made stock with like chicken liver
Oh, that I imagine is
and
amazing.
turkey
Yeah.
liver, but with everything
Yeah.
else that's included with the bird.
Yeah, the innards and
Yeah,
gizzards and all that
I've
kind
done
of stuff.
that,
Yeah.
but I mean, you don't eat
Not
these.
innards, but
It's just flavor country. I'm not
right.
going like, where's that delicious treat I boiled for 6 hours?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, yeah, I'm with him on that. So, all right. Well, thanks for the answers, folks. And I got 6 for you to pick from.
6. Let's go.
Just 6?
Hell
All
yeah.
right. Okay, this is one that saw the other day. Well, actually, what happened on this one is I saw the quote, and then I was like, I'm curious what people's answers to this would be. So, are you familiar? I'm sure you are with the quote that's "Find what you love and let it kill you."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's been around forever. I think it's like it's been credited to I forgot who it is now. Shit, some philosopher or whatever. Anyway, but it goes back further than that apparently to where it was a similar thing that was like find what you like and let it kill you or something to that effect. So, whatever. But anyway, so the question is if that's the thinking, what are you finding and letting kill you?
Oh
And obviously,
man.
this should be like it meaning the for anyone who doesn't understand, I guess it's like find something you're super passionate about
Yeah.
and basically let it run you into the ground because you're so passionate about it, kind of a thing.
Oh man, that's kind of a hard
I mean,
question.
is it?
Honestly.
I figured smash burgers would be your answer. Or
I'm
a liver after the conversation we just
I
had.
mean, cuz I like the way I am. I bounce around shit too much.
Yeah.
Like, one year I'm really into this and then I'm not.
Yeah.
Next year I'm really into that and then I'm not.
Yeah. Well, right now then. What
All
would you
right,
think
fair
of
enough.
right now? Doesn't
Um,
have to be across your whole life, just like right now.
like
If somebody like money was no option, you could do whatever the hell you want. What would you let basically ruin
I
you?
mean, in right now,
And I yeah.
it would honestly be like fucking cooking on that stupid flat top because I love it.
Yeah, that is fair.
I've cooked on it a lot since it's gotten warm, and I really love it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's how you can tell you love it, is
Yeah.
it's like 1,000 degrees standing in front of that
Well,
thing, and you're still and it's 1,000 degrees outside,
yeah.
and you're still like, "Let me at it."
Oh yeah, yeah. It's fun for me. It really is.
Meanwhile, I'm like, "Eh, it needs to cool off."
Yeah, I just enjoy it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it'd
fair.
be a toss up between that and honestly, still like I don't indulge as much as I used to, but craft beer because
Oh,
I
yeah, that's
still
fair too.
love like discovering a new style or a new taste that
Well,
I've never had before.
and there's a whole lot to that though
Yeah.
too, because along with the styles and taste, there's also stories and passion from the brewmasters and the people
Yeah.
enjoying the beer. Like it's a whole culture,
Yeah, for
obviously.
sure.
So like if all of a sudden somebody was like, "Hey, Tony, we'll pay you X large amounts of money to just be, a guy who goes around sampling beer," you'd probably be like, "Hot damn, let's go."
Right.
You know,
I mean,
as long as I can take my Blackstone with me.
like I these PBR lights.
Yeah,
They're delicious. They're fine.
they're fine. Yeah,
But
yeah,
in
they're
a
good.
in a year, I will never forget I had this beer. Or I never forget.
Yeah,
I'll never remember I had this beer.
right.
But
Unless someone brings it up.
I will
Yeah.
never forget. Well, I just mean this one in this
Oh, I
actual
see what you mean.
this one
Okay.
right here that I had tonight.
Right. Okay.
But I will
Little do
like
you know, Tony, that it's actually got poison in
well,
it, and it'll kill you in 11 months.
well yeah, then
So you're
I will
right.
remember
You
that.
won't remember it.
But like I will never forget having that Michigan mud
Yeah.
or the Golden Eagle up at Grand Rapids Brewing.
Oh yeah, you
You,
ain't
you know,
kidding.
so
Yeah.
those are the things I'm talking. Like this stuff doesn't
Right.
count for me because I'll,
Well,
these are
it's
dime a dozen.
interesting because I think, like for a long time when we talked about craft beer, I think people saw us as like, oh, you just want to drink or you're alcoholics or whatever. It's like, yeah, that may be true, but also
But there's a
like,
secondary motive.
but yeah, but it's like there's more to this. Like these are experiences.
Oh yeah,
They're sensory experiences that we were having, and we're having them together or with other friends or whatever. So it like you were saying, like that beer you're sitting there having now, it's like there's no significance to it.
well now
It's not a special,
I'm having a Flavor Town lemon ice. And it's really not
right?
significant.
Yeah, right. Also not significant.
But
Yeah,
yeah, but no,
but
this
so
like yeah, whatever. This I'll forget about
yeah,
this can in a week.
right.
But
So
there's beers
I
I
was
will
like,
never forget about.
that's why I think
Yeah.
that's a good pick because it really is something that you're passionate about, and
Oh
it
yeah,
is something that, like I said, there's a whole culture around it, so you really can submerge yourself in it. And I don't mean getting stupid like we did at early beer fests,
for sure.
you know, but like now, even when we go out and have some pints and we're like, man, this is a great beer. It's like we have a few and we call it a night, like we're not whacking down 30 of them or
No,
something.
no,
So
that's what the PBR lights are for.
right, that's what hanging out at Cheetos is for. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
You're right. That's exactly the kind of beer that's perfect for those kind of nights. when we're sitting around a fire with a bunch of, good people and we're just having a time,
Having a
you
time,
know?
having a
I'm not
time.
I'm not trying to drink a bunch of Scotch ales while I'm sitting around a bonfire with friends like
But
that
if you could, you
cuz
would.
dude, I'd have to sleep out in the yard.
Whatever, dude.
I'm
Just
gonna
saying.
get all these tick bites. Then I'm gonna look like a fool when I come back on here.
Be fine. It's perfect.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
I know. I know.
Yeah. So it's interesting because as weird as it'll sound, I have two answers. So, and since we get to pick, it doesn't matter. So,
Yeah,
um,
it's fair.
one I think is pretty obvious, which is art. And I don't necessarily mean doing art, but just somehow being in the art world because I'm a geek about the process. I'm a geek about seeing art, enjoying it, feeling the experience of what that art makes you feel, or knowing the story behind what the artist not necessarily was wanting you to feel, but why they chose what they chose, right?
Right.
You know, like when we were in Chicago and I'm talking with Heno about different things, like this is why you do this brush stroke and this is how you lead the eye. And, it's that stuff is so, it makes me geek out so much because of just the culture part of it, just learning about something so cool and that someone just created like that. And it's always been around me. I've always kept art around me. Like no matter where I've been, whether or not I'm creating or not, I still look at art. I follow accounts on Twitter that's all they do is they post random art. I follow comic book artists still, not
Right.
because I think they're that interesting, but I just want to see their art.
Right.
It's why I love like the website DeviantArt because I followed tons of comic book creators on there and various other, artists from all sorts of genres, all the way up to like, you know what shibari is?
It's
It's like it's rope tying,
oh
like
yeah,
when you
yeah,
tie
yeah, yeah,
somebody up with rope, but there's a
yeah.
whole art form to it, and there's some really cool art work done on that. And, like, even into that stuff, it's like, because you know how it is, like, once you really get into the art world in any kind, it's like, nudity just becomes, like, part of it. I mean, there's still a line, like, I don't need to see, like, spread leg shots and shit, but,
You could send
using
those
the
to me.
nude.
It's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I do, I do. Of myself, of course. Like, "Hey, check out this fruit bowl." Yeah. Do you think this will look good on the table as a centerpiece? Um, but like you learn all that stuff and it becomes less of a thing, like you're just not, plus I'm an adult, it's like, yeah, that's nudity, whatever,
Yeah.
but you can see bodyscapes and stuff and you see the shapes and forms and all that kind of shit, so you end up really following many types of art and I've liked all sorts of stuff and I've gotten to talk to photographers and models and illustrators and whatever over the years and had some amazing conversations with like, why do you do this? Why do you do this way? You know? So that would be my first thing. And the second one's going to be way different. Very much artistry though. And the second time basically I've brought this up, which would be pizza.
Oh.
I would basically love to do what what's his nuts from Barstool Sports does.
All right.
Go around and try different pizzas and just talk about them,
I
you know?
I mean, that fucking burger review guy's going
I
viral in
know.
our area. You
Yeah.
just ride his coattails, be pizza
I tell
review
you,
guy.
what we need to do is we need to find somebody who's independently wealthy that will send us around to places to basically, breweries to try their pizza and beer.
I mean, that would be great.
Then we're both happy.
Yeah. That would actually would be fantastic.
Yeah. It would be fun. I think it would be fun, not just and also, because over the years, it's like, I really enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
I've always really liked doing podcasting. It's been fun. I,
Oh
I
yeah.
like
It's
it,
a good
and
time.
so to do something like that, I think would be kind of fun and cool and stuff. But yeah, one or the other. Most likely art, but also the pizza thing. Because obviously, I'm a nerd for pizza too.
Well,
But
pizza
I'd
is
love
art.
to get more.
Dude, I almost bought a pizza
What I
oven
said,
over the weekend.
a pizza oven.
They had one on sale on Amazon for like 46% off. Is like 80 some bucks. And it's
Right, but you do them on the grill and they're so good.
I know, but
Yeah.
this is more of like a portable thing that you just load up pellets or
Oh.
charcoal in it, and it just gets a fire going, and it's more
Oh.
like like a legit fire pizza oven than like my grill
Yeah.
is.
Right. Well, and you
But
can cook other stuff in those too. I mean, obviously, because there's pizza places that use their pizza
but
ovens for like
it only
everything they
makes
cook.
it only makes 12-inch pizzas though.
Oh, okay.
And I
Well,
make
12 inches is large though. So
not in my book, son.
that's supposed. Well,
Have
that
you
that
seen my pizza screen? So it's way bigger than
no,
12
but like,
inches.
well, no, but like 12 inches is the standard large at most pizza places.
Mm-mm.
That's why I was
No,
meaning.
we're not doing that. We're not doing that in this
All right,
house.
you're doing
That,
14s.
we treat this like McDonald's. What's your largest? Go bigger.
Yeah, yeah. Fair.
Yeah, but I
All right,
almost pulled the trigger on that thing.
dude. For years, my mom talked about it off and on. Like there was one time she was like, "I almost bought you a pizza oven because I saw." I'm like, "Don't buy me a pizza oven." And she goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Cause I'm not about the making the dough, and I'm not that guy. As much as I like pizza,
Get this.
I'm so lazy.
You can buy dough from pizza shops and they'll just send it
I
to you.
still, oh, I know. Yeah, I still gotta like stretch it and all. That's just all that
Oh,
work.
man, I think
I'm just not that guy.
you love cooking.
Yes.
I think if you tried it, you might,
Yeah.
because it's one of those things that's almost like cathartic when you're putting the dough
Yeah, that's
together.
fair.
And
Yeah.
honestly, like my bread machine does most of the work, but I do
Yeah.
stretch it out and get it all
Well, yeah, you
ready. And
should. Well, we even watched like Luther do stretching before,
yeah,
he made his pizzas and stuff because, you should. And it's like it's not like I couldn't learn. Like literally my sister made pizza for what 12 or 13 years, at the place she worked at. So she very much knows how to
oh
do it. And
yeah,
I've seen her, she still can do it. It's not something you lose
yeah,
really,
it's like riding a bike or something.
Yeah. So I think they did the toss and stuff, but it wasn't like a lot of it. It was like a couple times. And I've seen you do it too, I think, right? Where you
Yeah,
just
yeah, you
like
throw
toss
it in
it a
the
couple
air. Yeah,
times. Yeah. But you're not doing like all the crazy tricks and
no,
shit.
no,
I mean,
that's too much for me.
yeah. That's where it's at right there.
Yeah, no,
That's how
it's
you know you're a true artisan.
I think I think at some point you should try. You got a cast iron pan, don't you?
I do,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can make a cast iron pizza, big time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. I keep thinking about it. I just
yeah.
haven't done it. But you know what I am thinking of? Going to saltylanguage.com and clicking all the links and checking out all the other stuff there. Also, please go to tangentboundnetwork.com, the home of, or the network we're part of, I should say.
Indeed.
And, if you need a place for your podcast, go talk to them about that. Or I don't know why Mark should just have like a whole thing with all the things he offers now, a whole menu of things, if you will.
Menu of
But if you talk,
services, is that what you're saying?
yes. Well, if you had to pick a service off of Mark's menu of services, what would it be?
Oh, I mean, he's known for his hand jobs, so
But- I mean, you're not wrong. He is known
yeah.
for that.
Soft hands, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's man. That's an old pull. Wow. Yeah,
You like that?
I do. Yep. Oh shit. All right. Well, if you want to reach out to us on socials, you can find us on Twitter at salty_language. And you can find me on various platforms, which will not include the upcoming US only TikTok at Stunami.
I didn't even know that was a
Did
thing.
you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, apparently the plan is for them to launch a US only version of TikTok, and then the other version of TikTok will no longer be available to the US because of the stupid government rules on TikTok. So basically they're going to censor our TikTok
Yeah.
because they don't want other countries to use it for data farming or influencing.
How am I
whatever.
How am I gonna see my strange foreign man make weird sandwiches?
I hope they find some workaround for that because there's so much on there that is like innocent bullshit. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's early. Like they just announced it like yesterday or today. I forgot when it was. So who knows? Maybe there'll be some sort of workaround.
Yeah,
I hope there is.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
you can find me on Instagram at the monotony, at worldwide TikTok at salty language, and of course salty language pod. If you're watching this right now, cool, thanks. If you're not, you can check it out. You can see my Minecraft character that no one else can see.
You can. That's right. Can on the audio. That's exclusive to the
Exclusive.
YouTube.
Of course, we haven't really plugged it tonight. Patreon.com/salty language. We're doing My Mother the podcast. Plus, there's lots of bonus content on there.
Tons of stuff on there. We've been pretty good about putting something new up almost every week.
I don't know if we can do it this week because I'm dying right now. I'm so tired.
Yeah, that's fair.
but
yeah.
But it's $3 a month. The first week is free.
Yeah, that first taste.
Just join, and there's actually, you can join for free too. There's free stuff on there as well. So I mean, just
Yeah.
go check it
Yep.
out. Salty Language on Patreon.
Yep.
Brian, you also have more plugolas.
I do. I have another podcast called The Crazy Life where me and our friend Heno talk about what's going on in our lives and just trying to be better people and improve ourselves, as well as we talk about like mental health and recovery and different stuff that affects us on there. And you know, the last one up there is a pretty sad one because I'm very in my feels over talking about my mom's death and stuff. So we actually need to record another one. I need to hit him up again. We were supposed to record last weekend, and I completely forgot about it. And I imagine he probably did too.
Well, holiday
So
weekend, everyone's busy. What are you gonna do? Huh?
yeah, we gotta get back on the horse here.
Yep.
So yeah, we'd appreciate it if you'd check us out though. And if not, there's also tons of back content, you know, where we've talked about a lot of really good topics. So please check it out. And then until next time, uh, have a have a beer. You'll be fine, I guess.
Have a memorable beer.
Yeah.
Stay salty, everybody. Unless Dev has his ways, then he fucks everyone.
Dude, you know, I didn't even think about that when you mentioned it earlier. You can't stay salty if he takes salt away from everybody.
That's true.
He could stay salty.
Yes.
That's not. I mean, I guess that ensures that he stays the top fan.
Yeah, it's true.
No one could be saltier than him. That son of a bitch.
I wish
crafty as always.
If I remember, I should just start referring to people. Stop referring to people as diamond top fans, just like salt crystal top fans.
Yeah. Salty fan. Yep. All right. Well, we'll talk to you next time.